Hey everyone, how are y'all? Betty Joe, how are you? All right, y'all. Give me a second. Let me get all my stuff adjusted here. Margaret, I hope you're not going out tonight without them people out celebrating Halloween, huh? Avery, how are you? Y'all, today was a good day for guilty verdicts. Cat's meow, how are you? All right, so y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way in and put your chat on live chat so you get to see all the comments in the chats. Okay, and one other thing while I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Make sure my TV's down. Yes, Betty Joe, they did. So real quick while I'm thinking about it, I'm not gonna go into great detail about what's going on with Scott, but y'all would all please keep Scott and his family in your prayers. Today was intense. Today wasn't. Honestly, I was kind of thinking that Leilani's was gonna come back maybe today, later on, not as early as it did. I figured maybe later on tonight. But Sarah's, I did not think that hers was going to come back that quick. I uh, I thought hers was going to go to like maybe Monday morning, Monday afternoon. But the way the judge, he was just like, I'd rather them just stay and work until late tonight, so we don't have to go into Monday. Like he was just wanting to get Sarah Boone up and out of his courtroom. But I did like Judge Cranick though. I really liked him. I Betty Joe me neither. And yeah, Leilani. I watched her. I didn't watch a whole lot of the trial. Hey Elsie, how are you? I didn't watch a whole lot of her trial, just bits and pieces here and there. But I did go back and watch when the verdict was read. This woman didn't cry for her baby at all through this whole ordeal that we saw. And we don't know what she was doing in her jail cell. I don't think she was crying for him then. But when all those guilty verdicts were read off today, all 19 of them, to begin with, she kind of like looked at her attorney like, wow, damn, did I really, I'm really getting guilty verdicts? Hey, Shishi, how are you? Um, but then she starts crying. Like she literally had tears coming out of her head. And I don't think it was sincere. I think really that it was just tears because she did not get away with murdering her child. It's just, and then Leilani, her attorney, y'all know that I'm not for men talking to women the wrong way. But he just straight up said Leilani was a slut and she wasn't a good mother, and this was her own attorney. Betty Joe, you talking about Leilani's, right? I missed the whole thing of and Sarah's. Okay, yeah, I missed the whole thing with Sarah's. I was in the kitchen cooking, and because I wasn't expecting it to come back today. And then my husband turns the news on in the living room, and I hear Sarah Boone guilty of second-degree murder. I was like, well, shit, I done missed it. All right. So I do have, I think I have Leilani's, uh, when her verdict was read. I think I have the video for that. I do have uh, Sarah's somewhere. I'll have to find it again. But for those who hasn't got to see that yet, we're gonna watch it in a minute. And I don't know if, hey, Meta Mom, how are you? I don't know if I even put this in Discord. I don't know if Sarah and Lori Vallow have been talking through the portals or something. But now uh, Lori doesn't want a court-appointed attorney. She wants to represent herself. Like, it was a good day, but it was a crazy day. King Scarlet, how are you? Y'all, give me just 1 second. I gotta move this around on my screen. It's not sitting right for some reason. Oh, what's wrong with it? Okay, so like both judges in the case, their courtroom. See, Margaret, I wish I would have got to see the judge in Leilani's a little bit more. She just looked like the type of judge, though, that was like no nonsense, no bullshit. What she says goes, and there ain't gonna be no funny business going on. And then, did y'all see the part where her attorney, Sarah's attorney, wanted a mistrial because when the video of George in the suitcase was played, George's mom got upset, rightfully so. She got upset, and her and the family walked out of the courtroom. And then Sarah's attorney tried to say that that was a planned thing, and so therefore he wanted a mistrial because of it. That the prosecution should have let them know that it was going to be played. Like, she had no reason or right to get upset over seeing a video of a woman who murdered her son, taunting her son while he's begging to be let out because he could not breathe. Betty Joe, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I
I'm,
liked it. I liked it when the judge said denied.
I like, he came back with that. He was like, "State, you got something to say about it?" And then they said whatever they need to say, and he was like, "Well, it's denied."
It was so.
Like, yeah, I mean, you got to give her attorney, I guess, an A for trying.
Yeah.
But I mean, damn it, it was the way he was saying that, though, was that George's family had no reason to get upset. His mama didn't want to sit there and watch a video multiple times in court being played of her son begging for his life, basically.
Exactly.
I mean, no
I mean,
mother wants to see that. No family member wants to see that.
I'd get up and leave too.
Yeah. Whether she knew that it was going to be played at that time, maybe she did know. Maybe she thought she would be able to sit through it.
Right.
And once it got to playing, she realized that she couldn't. It's not her fault.
Nope.
But I mean, I did like how the judge, though, kept asking Sarah, "Are you satisfied with your attorneys? Have they, spoken to you about what they're planning on doing, or they're not calling this witness, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, or whatever?" Avery, you leaving your camera on? She's literally sitting there talking backstage, y'all, and I have no idea what she's saying. Ginger, how are you?
Only Avery.
Of course. I don't know if she wants to leave her camera on, and I don't want to bring her up if she doesn't. Oh, she does. Okay. Okay.
What do you think? You're Miss Hollywood or something?
Hello.
How are you?
Having fun.
Of
How are
course.
you?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy that
Oh,
the jury's got it right today. Uh, I
yeah.
don't know what to say about the whole Lori Vallow thing, but that's going to be interesting.
What?
So,
Um,
Wait, what? I missed that. What about
yeah,
Lori Vallow?
okay, so when she's in Arizona right now, and she's
Yeah.
supposed to go to trial for. Hey, Vapor, how are you? Truth Finder, how are you? She's supposed to go to trial for Charles Vallow's murder and then the attempted murder of Melanie's ex-husband, Brandon Boudreaux.
right.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so she had a court-appointed attorney. Well, now she has filed a motion that she does not want a court-appointed attorney; that she wants to represent herself.
It's.
What?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but she also wants to be. She wants to go back through another mental health evaluation. Like the one she did in Idaho, and then she had to stay in the
Mm-hmm.
hospital for what was it, 9 or 10 months, and they kept
Yeah.
saying that she wasn't competent to stand trial, but then they found her competent and all that. So it's basically going to be the same thing.
Yep.
Um, and they'll get her records from Idaho, I'm sure, from the doctors there, and she'll have to see. I think the way it was explained, she will see two doctors in Arizona, and if those two doctors cannot come to an agreement on either she's competent or she's not, then they will bring in a third doctor, and whatever that third doctor says is the way it'll go. So he'll either side with competent or not competent, or the first two can both say that she's competent to stand trial. She knows
Right.
exactly what she's doing.
Oh yeah.
Vapor, I'm
Oh,
doing good.
wow.
Yeah, so it's a whole big mess. Like I said, I'm happy for the jury. Both of the juries today got it right. Hold on, I gotta fix something on here. There's too
It,
many
it
ads keep popping
it's
up.
funny because she's already in prison for life.
Yeah,
Why
and
why
Idaho.
why stall this one?
I don't know. I don't know if there's something that if she's found not competent to stand trial, I don't think that they would keep her in a hospital in Arizona to get her out of prison in Idaho. I think that they would just say, okay, she's not competent to stand um, trial for this in Arizona. We're shipping her ass back to Idaho.
Right.
Now, her charges in Arizona, they're not this isn't a DP case, right? They don't have that there.
Well,
No,
they
they don't have that in Arizona, but she's
Okay.
already got life in prison in Idaho.
So
right.
then why not I mean, why even fight this? I don't understand. I mean,
Uh,
you're in there for life anyhow.
right. I mean,
Huh.
you're not
That's what
getting
I'm saying.
out.
You're
So
already in prison for life. Why even try to stall this one?
I don't
So
know,
she
but
wants to represent herself?
yes. See,
Oh boy.
I was like all excited for Sarah Boone whenever we thought she was going to represent herself. I'm super excited to watch Lori Vallows
Oh yeah.
and her
Me too.
and Kay Woodcock even said on Twitter, and that's how I found out about it. She was like, I can't wait to get on the stand and her question me.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
she'll,
So,
she'll
hope.
probably be named as a hostile witness.
Oh gosh, she is just it's just Lori. I mean, honestly, they should throw Lori and Sarah Boone in a cell together.
Right.
Wow.
But anyway, I just thought I'd throw the whole Lori thing in there because I found out about it just like an hour ago. And yes, Ginger, I agree. Lori, that's all she wants is attention. That's all she's ever wanted.
Yep.
Um, so Sarah was found guilty today for a second-degree murder. Her sentencing will be December the 2nd at 1:30 Eastern time.
Yep.
I bet you anything she comes out and says that her attorneys messed up. She wasn't satisfied with them. Like there's going to be some big shenanigans that she's going to try to pull, and I suspect at least no less than 5 more letters to the judge.
Oh yeah.
Well, the best part was this is before they brought the jury in, and her attorney was asking for her shackles to be removed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
seen.
he yeah, and he was like, "Well, Judge, it they could come in and just have questions or you never know, that has happened before." And the judge says, Well, because of I'm paraphrasing, but because of
Mhm.
the kind of inmate she has been, the sheriff said she has to be shackled during the verdict.
Yep. It was funny. I started laughing.
Yep. Um, did you guys see George's ex-wife and children speak on court TV?
No.
Well, it was so heartbreaking. So his two children, so his ex-wife was married to him for a long time, and they have two
14 years.
children.
14
Right.
How,
years.
how many?
14 years.
14 years. And she said that he was never violent with
Nope.
her,
Nope.
never violent with the
Interview.
kids, nothing. And then she said, oh, then his children were saying, so the one was a teenager, she's like 14
Yeah.
when this happened and his life was taken. And she said that her dad was her best friend.
Yep.
And the other daughter was saying that she spoke to her dad at least 3 times a week. And they were saying and they would stay on the phone as long as they could until Sarah got irritated and made him get off the phone.
Yep.
Sarah wouldn't let him see his kids. She monitored when he called his kids.
She was super controlling.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what they said. They said that she, what was the word that they used, Betty Jo? That she treated him, oh gosh, what was the word they used?
Can't remember now.
He was that he was, I want to say, um, she was demeaning. They said she was demeaning to him. She degraded him and down, like treated him as if he was less than her.
And I
Um,
and I don't understand that.
Well,
If you're going to treat somebody that way, why stay with them? Why beg them to come back when she got that first restraining order or whatever it was, and he moved in with his parents, and what? Not even what? I don't even think he was there a couple weeks, and she
mhm,
wanted to come back, and then ended up calling the police on him again.
yes, that's when she was sending out, wasn't it, the text messages? Where's he? Is he there?
Yeah,
Have him to call me. I miss him. I want him to come back. Yeah, it's just, hey,
yeah,
Linda G, how are you? Princess Lena, how are you doing tonight? Yeah,
hi
it's just,
everybody. I don't see chat.
she was very, very controlling, but she tried to play it off when she was on the stand that the day that all of this happened and they
Mhm.
were outside, that she kept on about him calling his daughters. um and honestly, I think she was just trying to paint herself as this good person.
yep. As the good girlfriend moved
Yeah.
on to all
Yeah.
his children.
And
Well,
I'm sorry, and neither one of them were perfect. I'm pretty sure there was some DV going on between both of them,
Oh
mhm.
yeah,
but he did not have to die. He
no,
really
and I
did
don't
it.
think he was the aggressor.
No.
I think he was more or less. She was more or less the aggressor, and he more or less took it, but then get
Yeah.
tired and then fight back.
Right, because I
I
mean,
mean, you're not going to be a punching bag
take,
for nobody.
or a person can only take so much before they finally get back with you.
His daughters were like, it was what they said was really, really touching, especially the younger one. She
Mm-hmm.
was she was telling I can't remember the lady's name on court TV who was interviewing her, but she was saying that she was 14 when her father died,
Mm-hmm.
and he was her best friend, and it caused her depression. It caused her unaliving ideation.
Yeah, because
Like
Well,
it
yeah,
really messed her up really bad.
okay, so he was 42, right, when he passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Okay, so when Sarah was on the stand and that she was talking about his daughters, they had asked her, like, do you know how old his daughters are? And she said that the oldest one was like 30 something or in her 30s, and the youngest one was in her 20s.
No. No,
And,
the,
I got to
Youngest
thinking,
one right now is what, 19?
they're 19 and what, 25 or
I think
26?
so.
Because
well,
the older one lives in upstate. Where'd she say? New York? No, not New York.
I think all
Pennsylvania.
three of them live in Pennsylvania.
Was it Pennsylvania? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Um. Well, they were saying that though. I thought the younger one and the mom, the ex-wife, still lived in Florida, in Tampa, and just the oldest daughter
It might be, yeah.
moved upstate. But the oldest daughter said that even after she moved, they would still talk 3 times a week on the phone, and
Yeah.
they would try to stay on the phone as long as possible until Sarah would get mad.
Oh,
And and then the ex-wife said, and this is why I believe the ex-wife, because she said the only thing I could possibly say about him is because she said he was never violent towards me. You know, we had our regular fights like every married couple does, but
Mhm.
she said that he was a ladies' man,
right.
meaning he cheats.
Right.
And so I and if he would have been abusive to her, those girls would have known it.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
And so that was really touching for me to hear them.
I just thought like her math was not mathing right when she said that the oldest one was in her 30s, and I'm sitting here thinking
I think
he's 42.
5.
He hadn't even hit puberty yet. How could he have
Right.
her?
Right. That's what I kept thinking, and I was like, okay, no, that can't be.
No.
That can't be right, and that showed me that she didn't really know his kids
Hmm.
the way she should have for them as many years as they were together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the youngest one is 19 now.
And then they showed a bunch of pictures of him with his kids, and it was, the pictures I had seen up until today when they showed the pictures of him with his kids,
Mm-hmm.
those pictures today that I seen, he actually really is a really attractive man. I
Yeah,
never thought that before, but he looked different in his
And
appearance. He looked healthier and
he looked way different in pictures that I saw than what he did in those videos.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Uh, King Scarlett said that Sarah was getting $1,000 a month in alimony and $100 in child support still to this day, and she don't even have her son. How the hell is she getting it if she's been in jail?
She's still getting it now?
That's what King Scarlett said.
There's no possible way she's still getting it now.
How would she be getting it while she's in jail? What is she doing with the child support if
That's weird.
if she's been in jail?
And how's she getting child support when the ex-husband has custody of him?
Hmm.
He has
Uh,
custody, and she would see him on certain days.
Yeah.
okay, King Scarlett said it's being put in an account. Well, I mean that should go to the son.
Now the alimony, yeah, she might be getting that, but child support,
I'm sorry, that would have stopped the day she went to jail.
it possibly could.
I would have been like, no, I'm sorry, nope, I am not paying no more. That's
It
where.
That's
possibly could.
yeah. I mean,
Hey,
was
Jason.
he like extremely? It's weird to get alimony for that many years. Like in Alabama, when I divorced, um, my alimony was for 2 years maximum. That was it. It's weird that she would be getting alimony for this many years.
King Scarlett said, "Listen, I just report the facts. Laugh out loud. The crazy lady probably lied in court to get."
Different states have different time.
Right, but I will take King Scarlett's word for it because she's never steered me wrong with any information that she's given. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, like I said, if I'd have been the ex-husband, I'd been like, "I'm sorry, I am not paying you another dime. You better get a court-appointed attorney. You better do something in jail to earn some money. Do something because I'm not paying for it."
Right. Clean the
And
toilets
yeah, I'm not
and
giving you no. I'm not putting money on your books. I'm not. I don't want you calling me unless it's to talk to our son, and that's it.
mm.
So you
No,
better do some jobs and make your 19 cents a day and save it up to get you some ramen noodles or something because
Now, Leilani's case had me worried because I knew that the jury knew that she's guilty, like we all know, but I was afraid that because they didn't have, evidence like to the actual crime that they were
Mhm.
going to find reasonable doubt. And then when they asked for, was it last night? They asked for the indictments to look over them, and that made me nervous. I thought we were going to have another Casey Anthony situation. I was I was I was shocked actually. I mean, I'm glad they found her guilty, but
Right.
it kind of shocked me because I was preparing myself for her to walk.
I knew she was guilty. She knew she was going to.
Okay,
I mean,
so
yeah, I know she's guilty, but I just didn't know if they had enough evidence for the
Well, I mean,
jury.
watching
right.
that video is a little bit more evidence than what people thought.
Yeah, just Dawn. I did hear that. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So Justin said, "Did you hear that Georgia's family never nicknamed her the White Dragon Lady or whatever it was that she nicknamed herself that?"
Yeah,
The
Um,
blue-eyed white dragon lady.
yeah.
oh my
Mhm.
God, I'm sorry, y'all. She had no emotion
No,
either. Whenever that verdict was read, and I
Mhm.
mean, the camera wasn't pointing right at her face. There might have been some tears coming out of her eyes. I don't know, but I thought it was going to be like she was gonna fall out the chair and have a fit and
Me
stomp
too.
around and have just a tantrum in the court. I thought I was waiting for all that.
I think they thought so too. That's why they kept her shackled.
Well, she had the stun cuff on too, didn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she didn't do it. See, that would
Oh
have been
God.
that would have been the perfect time for her to do it.
And the judge is like, I don't know what the verdict is until it's read. And I'm thinking, really? You guys don't know what the verdict is, but you're
no, they
preparing. You have
they
her shackled.
read.
I think that judge was wanting to get her up and out of his courtroom. He
Uh,
has had enough of Sarah Boone and all of her 5011 attorneys and everything.
No judge or attorneys know the verdict until it's read.
yeah, but it was just funny the way he said that, like as if he was like trying to clear himself from the reason that she's being shackled.
Yeah,
He's like,
I,
and I don't know the verdict.
Did everybody in here? Did, did everybody get to see the verdicts being read in both of the trials today? Because I do have videos for both of them. They're short videos, but I do have them. I just gotta find them on Discord now.
go ahead and play them.
Oh, I'd love to see him
Then he
all
just like,
over
yeah,
again.
go ahead and play them. I want to see it again.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, hold
It
on.
was a tense day. I almost thought I was
Hold
going to need a
on,
drink.
before you play it,
Uh huh.
Leilani is the worst
Yes.
person on the face of this earth.
Mhm.
You don't cry through the whole trial. You don't shed a tear over that baby. But when that verdict is read, you want to start crying.
Oh, that's what I said a
Mhm.
minute ago. She had tears coming out of her damn head.
Oh my God.
Do you guys want to know what her mother has been saying
And
over in another YouTube
I,
chat?
Who, Leilani's?
Yeah,
Her
Billy
mom,
Joe.
her mother should be the next one on trial.
yep.
So her mom made friends with a certain YouTuber
Yeah, we know.
when Simon was missing or Quentin was missing.
Uh-huh.
Um, she's been over in that chat. Now she's claiming that Danny abused Leilani, and that's why all of this happened.
Yeah, okay. Well, guess what? I
Isn't
don't
that
think.
pitiful?
Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm listening. I'm
I mean,
looking
poor
for.
Danny.
I mean, he told what he saw, what he heard. He I think he did pretty good on the stand
Hmm.
when they
I mean,
were.
you could tell he was honest.
Yeah, and you could tell the emotion was getting to him because he had tears in his eyes.
Yeah, he cried. He did.
Okay, hold on,
So you
because
could tell it was bothering him.
Yeah.
but when you would look over at her, she had that stupid smirk on her face.
Yeah.
I swear, if I could go through the TV, I'd have
Yeah.
punched her face.
I just can't believe that her mom is now coming out with this. And
Yeah,
it's like, if there was any truth to that, Leilani would have told her defense attorneys that,
yeah,
and that would have been all brought into court. So there's no truth to it. So
no,
why try to add more? Oh, and Billy said that the reason she didn't go to court is because she's scared of the people and what they might do to her.
uh,
That's
There-
why she didn't go to the trial.
because she knows she's guilty. She left them babies with a
Yeah.
mother that
Hmm.
lost custody.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't leave your kids, your grandkids, with a mother that's lost custody.
And I know she knew her child was using substances.
Yes, because they all were.
Now, wait a minute. I just had it pulled up here.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the video that I had for when they were reading reading the verdict for her, and I posted it in Discord, but now it's not on there. It's not on that article.
It's on court TV.
That's what I was looking for. Okay, that's verdict reaction.
In fact, Leilani's was on court TV too, right? They were both.
They both,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, they
Okay,
both
I think this is it right
court
here.
TV and law and crime.
This is only a minute and 30 seconds, but it's the verdict. We'll pull it up.
Okay, I'm gonna mute while you play it.
Okay.
Me too.
All right. And y'all let me know if y'all cannot hear this. Let me put my volume back up. Damn it, unmute. Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Madam Clerk, if you could please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 9th Judicial Circuit in Orange County, Florida, case number 2020 CF 2603, the state of Florida versus Sarah Boone. Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the second degree as charged in the information. So say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 25th day of October 2024. The form has been signed by the foreperson.
Madam Clerk, please poll our jury.
Juror seat number 1, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror seat number 2, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror seat number 3, is this your true and
Yes, it
correct
is.
verdict? Juror seat number 4, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror seat number 5, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror seat number 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Members of our jury, again, I want to thank you for your time, your sacrifice, and your attention in this matter.
Number 3, he was just like, yes. He didn't even wait for her to finish reading the question.
I know.
Yeah, he was ready to put Sarah under the jail.
Yes.
But I did see before court TV put that banner up going across the bottom, you could see her shoulders going up and down fast. She was breathing heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, but I noticed that in Leilani's too. As soon as that first guilty was read, she went to breathing heavy.
Mhm.
Vapor says, well, 6 and not 12. I don't know.
I don't know. And
Oh,
had,
Florida. Yeah, Florida never has 12.
they had 6 jurors and what, 3 or 4 alternates?
Yeah. Yeah, they always have a jury of 6.
Oh, hell, I always thought it was 12. I know in Louisiana it's 12.
Then again, Florida is the only state that allows lie detectors in the court. Florida has their own thing going on. They're just like, you know what?
Also has the death penalty.
We're Florida. We're doing things our way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that hers came back quick.
She's lucky. She's lucky she got charged with second-degree murder instead of first-degree. She could have got the DP.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think because by listening to her when she was talking about the previous incidences that happened to Dee Dee, she said that one time that and don't forget now, at this time she claimed she was 93 pounds. She wasn't a very big woman. George was 5'2", 102 pounds. Um, and she said one time that she went to her room and she barricaded the bedroom door shut with her 200 pound. Hey, Illusions, how are you? With her 200 pound dresser,
Yep.
Mhm.
and try to portray how uh, scared of him she was. And that night, if she was, it triggered her when his hand came out and she had to get the bat. I just think it's just a pure coincidence that the bat was sitting 2 feet away from the suitcase at the time.
Mm.
Exactly.
So if she was so scared and when she went upstairs and went to bed, he was still alive, then why didn't she barricade her door in that night?
Right?
Right?
I think that when she went upstairs,
She knew he was dead.
he was already deceased and she
Mm.
knew that, so she wasn't worried about him coming out and
Yep.
bothering her at night when she was trying to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right, Scarlett.
that's what I
100%.
think.
I do. Yeah. Makes sense.
And then
I mean,
she came up with this whole concoction of a story of, and I just don't know if I believe the whole hide and seek. I mean, I don't know. They could have been. They were drunk. They could have been playing hide and seek. I don't know. Um, but I think she came up with this whole elaborate story to get herself out of it, and it didn't work.
Yep. You a better person than me because I don't believe they were playing hide and seek.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say they wasn't. It's just I, because I don't know because I wasn't there, but just the way, like, what grown adults when you're, and don't get me wrong, I know grown people, they do stupid shit when they're drunk, okay, but you're doing arts and crafts.
Well, who thinks of something like that when you're drunk?
Apparently well, of course she was putting everything on him.
But I'm
you know
saying, when you're drunk,
I,
who thinks of playing hide and go seek?
I didn't even think of that whenever I was a teenager and would
I
get
mean,
drunk.
I play hide and seek with the baby, but that's her asking to play hide and seek.
Okay, so Vapor has a question. Could you just go to sleep knowing that you just killed someone and sleep for hours like them or not?
Well,
I think she could. Sarah can.
I honestly, yeah, I think she could have. I think it was just to the point that she just did not like him. She didn't want to deal with him anymore. It was she treated him like a child. It was, and I think it was the prosecutor that even said something about, it was like, you had one son, but it was like you had two kids.
yeah.
You treated him like a child. You're doing arts and crafts with him. You're painting. You're putting together puzzles with him. You're playing hide and seek with him. You got to make sure that he stays focused. It's almost like she had
That,
another kid.
yeah, exactly.
I think
You
it
know.
was all paybacks for him cheating on her.
Well, I
I
mean,
think
and
so.
that's what she said in the video that when he's in the suitcase.
I think because, oh my God, my back hurts. I think because of what he's done, like the cheating and the going out and drinking, and that's all she wanted to do was pay him back.
Sally, I love you.
What'd Sally do?
She
Causing
put
trouble.
no, she put the Hobbit in Discord. She knows it gets me every time.
Uh,
BC, how are you? See, in one of her videos, she said that she didn't love him or even like him. She was a very verbally abusive person to him,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally abusive to him. Pretty sure physical as well. She even talked about, and when I mentioned about the steak the other night, I don't remember if I even finished with that, but she said that whenever they had the steak dinner that night, that she even told him that she would cut his steak up for him. Now,
Yeah.
this is a grown ass 42-year-old man. Why the hell does he need you to cut his steak up for him?
Yeah, that was weird to me. I thought that was very strange.
She
I mean, both of them, he really wasn't working a stable job. She wasn't working. All they were doing is drinking. I mean, and then like their accomplishment was to clean the house.
That yeah, and for the drink, in order for him, because she claimed that he wanted to wake up that morning and start drinking, but they needed to get the house clean because their son was coming the next day. So that was kind of like a reward. The drinking was for them cleaning up the house.
I mean, it sounds like, like 15-year-olds. I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, if he had, and don't get me wrong, they both had a drinking problem.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but it was almost like she would enable him by saying, well, hey, if you help me clean up the house, then I'll buy you some alcohol. So she was enabling him, and then she would get stuff started and then try to make it look like it was all his fault.
Yeah.
Or she would do something that she knew would upset him, and then she'd be like, oh, I'm going to call the cops on you.
I just thought of something.
What's that?
In my experience with my 2 marriages, just the fact that he helped clean the house tells me that he was a good man. Because what men really, I mean, I don't know very many men unless I'm just something wrong with me, but clean the house. You don't hear about that very often.
I mean,
well,
yesterday was mine and
Especially
Troll's.
abusive.
Yesterday was mine and Troll's 26th wedding anniversary, and I mean, he cooks, but the cleaning is left up to me.
Yeah, I just know my 2 marriages, they didn't ever clean.
my daughter's boyfriend does.
She's got this guy cleaning the house. She should have been kissing his feet.
But the way she said it, though, she had to entice him with alcohol. So you basically, thank you, Vapor. You basically enabled him. You gave him alcohol that you know that he really didn't need in order to get him to do what you wanted him to do. She used the alcohol to her advantage.
I just think, like, I don't know why, but I just had like this feeling about it the whole time is that, she found out he was messing around again. I do think it was premeditated. And I think she did this because she's Sarah Boone and nobody cheats on her, because she has that privileged type attitude. And I think she did it to, because he cheated on her, that she like, I think she intended to kill him. I really do.
Thank you, King Scarlet.
Especially once I learned about the bat.
See, that's what I didn't understand. She said that the bat was like, and they even asked her how far away from the suitcase was the bat, and she said 2 feet, 3 feet, something like that. It was laying up against the kitchen table. If you just cleaned the house earlier that day, why was the bat 2 to 3 feet away from a suitcase that he was zipped up in, that you moved around, and it just happened to land near where this bat was at? Why was it even laying up against the kitchen table?
Plus pushing him down the stairs in that suitcase. And the neighbors said they heard every step, thump, 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 thump.
Yeah, they could hear it going down their stairs. Thank you, Madam Mom.
I really think they could have found her guilty on premeditation, because the way I've always understood premeditation is if even 1 minute before you take somebody's life, you know what you're doing, then that's premeditated. That's what I've always been told. And when he was telling her, I can't breathe, and she's still letting it go on, I feel like right then and there was the proof of premeditation. But I guess the state probably figured, they couldn't get that.
Right. Okay, so Just On said, before I forget, did you guys see Sarah hitting on the cop in the body cam footage? She was working hard trying to get the guy to sit on the couch next to her, and she also was trying to hug him.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's something I would do, but I'd be innocent. But that is so something I would do.
Well, I also noticed, and I even seen somebody that was in Court TV's chat that noticed this also. She was also, both of her attorneys that was sitting at the table with her, she was flirting with both of them too.
What?
Yeah,
weren't they like white haired?
Yeah, one of them was. Yeah. But she was just the way she was looking at him. Thank you, Princess Lena. The way she was looking at him and all this and that and smiling at him, you could just tell, you could just see that flirting type. And there was, I don't know if it's the same video that just Don's talking about, but I did see a video where she was standing outside with an officer and she kind of like fist bumped them, and then she asked for a hug. Thank you, Scott.
I've seen that. I've seen all the videos.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he didn't cheat and go out and with other women or talk to other women or whatever, like she claims. But I don't think that she was completely innocent in that either.
No.
I think it's just that she found out about him doing it, and she got mad about it. And we don't know what really happened. They're talking about that his body had bruising and all that from the baseball bat. She could have did it before he ever ended up in the suitcase.
Yep. Now, you remember the video where she said she called the cops, where she asked for them to go to her house to see if he was there, that she was at her ex-husband's house?
On the text message?
No, I think it was the video.
Yeah. That she would flee to the ex-husband's house?
That she went to the ex-husband's house. She called the cops.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted them to go to her apartment to make sure George wasn't there.
Why would he be?
Cops told her to meet them in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they would search her house for her.
Yeah, because she had left and went to her ex-husband's house because she was fleeing from George.
But who's to say that her and her ex-husband didn't have something going on?
I'm sorry, y'all, but any woman who's 93 pounds can push a 200-pound dresser in front of a door, can defend themselves against a 103-pound guy. Or at least do more than what she's claiming she could do.
I can't really think of it. That must have been a hell of a dresser, 200 pounds.
That's what she claims. It was
old oaks, because
probably solid, like the solid wood type.
Yeah.
But how the hell do you get a 200-pound dresser upstairs into a bedroom?
I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying.
I can tell you how to scoot 200 pounds of furniture across a room with your butt. You put your butt to it. I know how to do that. But I mean, like a 200-pound dresser on carpet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
That could have been just another lie.
Should have had some mighty strong people to put that up there.
All right. Okay, so Linda G said, did you see how she said that it was zipped up, where he could put his hand out? If that was the case, and he would have been able to breathe, she said zip that suitcase all the way.
Yeah. See, that's the part I don't get. She's saying his hand was out, and she was hitting his hand with the bat. Well, nudging his hand or whatever she said.
Poking.
If his hand was out, I'm sorry, whether you're being poked with a bat or whatever, you're still going to try to get out.
Right.
Because you can't breathe.
Because you can't breathe. You've already got the hand going out. Then you can work your arm back and forth and get the zipper opened up more. Hey, Gigi.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Poked or hit with a bat, you're going to try your damnedest to get out.
Well, did you guys notice too, in the video where he's in the suitcase and he's talking to her, several times he called her babe.
Yeah.
He said, he didn't sound just angry, like he was going to come out raging, because he was like, Sarah, babe, I can't breathe. If a man is about ready to come out and do what she was claiming he was going to do, he's not going to be in there calling you babe.
He would have been calling, listen.
He would have been cussing her. He would have been. But apparently, though, according to her testimony, that between the first video that was made, which is Hey Tip, which was him in the suitcase and her taunting him and all that, between that video and then the second video that she made when she wasn't recording is when he made all the threats to her, and it triggered her. It's very convenient that she didn't record that, but she recorded him begging and pleading for his life. but
Right.
she doesn't remember. She remembers everything about that day up until even her zipping the suitcase up and moving it around and everything. But she doesn't remember recording the first video of him begging for her to let him out because he can't breathe. But she remembers the second video. What was it? 9 minutes later.
Yeah. And you know yourself, a person like her is going to record everything if
Right.
it's threatening to her.
I mean, look at what every other thing that she recorded. But the thing with this case though is that she, I guess, in her mind, thought that her recording all of this would have helped her if she ever needed it, and it actually hurt her.
Yep.
She literally did most of the detective work for the detectives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did.
I mean, the way she talked to him and all that, like
I think.
I didn't see now. Granted, hey HT, how are you? I didn't watch every single one of the videos because they were playing because I was doing other stuff around here. But did anybody see any video that was played in court of him being the aggressor?
No.
Anywhere where he was the aggressor.
And
Mm-mm.
there was no video that was played in court where she was not drunk
Mm-mm.
or had been drinking.
Yep. That's what I say. And all them videos that were played in court, not one showed him really even drunk.
Well,
Showed him just like plainly talking.
Right.
yeah.
That he wasn't aggressive with anything he said to her. Like when she woke him up or when he was laying in bed and she says, "Where's my keys? Why'd you hide my keys? Where's my keys? Give me my keys." He says, "What are you talking about? I don't have your keys."
Yeah, or she tried to in the text messages claimed that it wasn't enough he took her son's sunglasses.
Yeah.
And he said
And
no.
always her being loud
Mhm.
and aggressive, and it's where he's just, I don't have your keys. I don't know what you're talking about.
I
That's what his
can't.
daughter said too, that she was very loud, conniving, and what was the other word, Betty Jo? They said loud, conniving, and um something else.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Controlling. Yeah.
You could tell she was
Controlling.
very controlling.
And like the one daughter said she is aggressive
I
Yeah.
cannot.
because the one time that she was on the phone with him, she got really aggressive and told him to hang up the phone.
Oh, and she threatened to beat up his ex-wife
Yeah.
and the daughter.
And
Yeah.
I watched the
Oh.
interview with the mother and the two daughters.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
The news reporter asked her, she said, "Did you get in a confrontation with Sarah?" And she said, "No, I wouldn't call it a confrontation." She said, "But she did say she was going to come to my home and want to fight me."
Can y'all
But
imagine her
never,
in
but she
jail?
never did.
One of the daughters said, the Sarah that you're seeing in jail who, like speaks real like softly, she's like, that's not the Sarah that we know. She's
Yep.
loud and obnoxious and
Well, that's what she was trying to do on the stand. She was very soft spoken until she got to talking about the parts where she was, saying that she was abused and these pictures were shown and all this and that. And then you could tell her voice kind of changed at that point.
Yep.
And she even threw a fit over the prosecutor reading the text messages. Did y'all hear that? Because she did not like the way his tone of voice or something on how he was reading it.
Well, he can read them any way he wants to.
Yeah, but like the judge
Wow.
told her though, like he didn't raise his voice. He didn't read them in any way. He was very like his voice was level through the whole time that he was reading them. He didn't put any type of emotion into them or anything like that.
She just didn't want to hear. She just didn't want to hear them. That's all.
No,
did
that and she just, hey Kelly P, she just was trying every way. I think she knew she was going to be found guilty, and I think she was just trying to find every way possible to
Yeah.
get a mistrial or whatever she could do to get out of it.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was.
did you
I
did
thought
you
it was.
guys see, oh sorry.
I thought it was funny when her lawyer asked for a mistrial and he said denied.
Denied.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Did you guys see the part where he asked for a mistrial because
Yeah.
emotions were shown in court? You know,
Because George's mama got up and walked out of the courtroom whenever they were showing
yeah,
the video of him in the suitcase.
yeah,
And he was like, well, the prosecution or the state or whatever, they should have told the parents or the victim's advocate or whoever should have told them that video was going to be played. But that's not the point. They might have known that
Okay.
it was going to be played at that point, and maybe they thought that they could sit through it because they wanted to hear everything. And then when it gets played, his mama couldn't handle it.
hmm
Right.
That's not her
And
fault.
the judge said, we can't control the reactions or emotions
No.
of the family members of a victim.
What are you supposed to do? Say, okay, all of the victim's family, y'all all need to step out because we're about to play a video.
hmm
You can't do that. They have a right to be in there just like anybody else in the public. Actually, they have more of a right.
I couldn't believe they asked for a mistrial over that.
It was just, I'm sorry, but her attorney was just not. I wasn't impressed with him. I'm gonna be honest.
Did you see the press conference after?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. The only thing, as soon as I heard that the verdict was in and that she was found guilty, I ran to the computer real quick to try to find a video of it, just so I could watch it because I want to see the expression on her face.
Well,
Oh, I did. You know what? I didn't see the press conference for
it was
Sarah. I seen the one for Leilani.
It was just the interview with Sarah's one lawyer.
Oh,
He said they asked him, "Well, will you represent her during if she files an appeal?" He said no.
are you serious?
He probably had enough of her too.
He said no. He said they have people to do that. He said
Wow.
I'll represent her during the sentencing, but for the appeals, he said no.
Oh, y'all, I can't wait for the sentencing.
It's on YouTube.
Elsie said that Sarah wrote him a note immediately about it. I
Oh
bet
my
you, y'all,
God.
that's probably what she was doing. She already had all of her notes wrote out whenever while the trial was going on. She was already writing them notes out. She already had them ready. When that guilty verdict, she probably just handed like, "This is for you."
Yeah.
Kelly
Yeah.
P said he's like, "Bye." He wanted out of there just as quick as everybody else did.
I bet you she wrote a book.
Oh, she was writing it because she kept stacking her paper, fixing it or whatever, and you could tell just the notes. And I thought I wrote a lot of notes, y'all. I ain't got shit on Sarah Boone. Could y'all imagine her being a YouTuber covering one of these true crime cases that we cover, and you have to write a lot of notes to keep up with everything? Yeah, they sell out the damn notebooks and paper packs of paper at the damn local Dollar Generals with her.
What did they say about the book deal? I didn't get that part.
Okay, so I went back and tried to find that where y'all were talking about that it was brought up at the first part or the middle part of court. Was it yesterday?
Well, they brought it up again today.
I see. I must have missed that again then, because I tried to find it. Yes, I think it was yesterday. I tried to find it where it was brought up, and I could never find it.
So when you go, Scarlett, when you go to Court TV and you have the video of the trial open, and you click on the transcript, and then you push Control F, and it pulls up a little search bar, and then you just type in book deal, and it will take you to that exact hour, minute, and second of where they talked about that.
Well, they talked about it again for I think it was right after the closing argument or right before it.
I got so bored with with her attorney up there in the closing argument. I got up and went and cooked.
I was so disappointed because I was really looking forward to her trial. I thought it was going to be it was really going to keep my attention. But after the suitcase stuff and everything, so the following day I tried to watch it and I kept falling asleep.
I just I'm not saying that the trial should have been funny
No, not
because
funny.
because
But I
there's
thought
nothing funny about it. But I thought there was going to be like more to it.
it
You
just
know,
wasn't, for me, it wasn't
it wasn't what I
captivating.
expected.
Yeah, it just wasn't captivating enough to keep my attention. No,
I guess that's why I wasn't like I didn't keep up with it as much as I thought that I was. And Kelly P said she was writing her appeal.
now Leilani's trial, that kept my attention because you never know what Superman was going to throw out. I mean, he talked about banging the drug dealer. He like called her straight up, called her a slut.
Oh, he
Um,
did.
I mean,
He
this
did.
man would come out with things that would like floor me, and that would, to me, that was like a captivating trial, just because you never knew what was going to come out of that man's mouth.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch Leilani's because I was wanting to watch Sarah's because I thought there was like we were going to get to see a shock or something. And like I was literally expecting Daryl Brooks 2.0.
Hmm.
I thought she was going to like lose her shit at some point during the trial, and she never did. So if she can sit there and compose herself during trial,
Hmm.
why can't she do that in real life?
Right.
And so now,
Okay, babe, I'll see if I can find it.
if you can call 911 any other time when you think that he's going to hurt you, why couldn't you call 911 when he was zipped up in that suitcase?
I
They
mean, she
tried to they tried to say it was because she didn't trust the police because the police had arrested her for strangulating him.
But they arrested him too.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
she
that's
called
what her.
she was on the phone with 911 while she was yelling at her dog. Yes, Kelly, I posted in my Discord the hold on, where's my Discord?
I
I
wonder who
posted
has
it
the doggies.
I don't know. But
Right.
Kelly, I posted it a little while ago. What time did I post? At 9:55, I posted the motion that Lori had done about wanting to rep herself and all that. So the paper's in there.
Oh, Scarlett, you may have missed it. You may have missed it yesterday when your internet went down, but um the the prosecutor for the Menendez brothers, he did a press conference and he recommended to the judge, he said he was submitting it today for them
Uh,
to be resentenced and resentenced according to, a different charge. So which means they'll they'll be let out.
yeah, because I did see something about because I was watching it on your when you were live with it, but for some reason I think mine and I think Vapors and I want to say somebody else's kept like I don't know what was going on, and then my internet went
I get it,
completely
right.
out after that. But I did see something today about, and I want to say King Scarlet is the one that posted it that the judge is going to be the one that decides if they get out or not, or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it was her.
I mean, odds are, I mean, the judge is, she's really gonna, take, this is the, um, this is what the prosecutor is recommending
Yeah.
to the judge. So I think the
Right.
odds are that it's probably gonna happen. That's just my guess.
I mean, their family is pushing for them to be let out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope that,
His aunts.
yeah, I just hope that if they are let out, that they don't, um, they don't take it for granted and do something like because I see why they did what they did. Uh, but some people can go to prison for something like that, and then they're let out on a technicality or whatever the issue is, and then they go and do something again, thinking they're going to be able to get out of it again.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that.
I hope they don't. I
Because
don't think they would,
I think it only had to do with their parents.
and what was happening to them.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, I do think that they should have been found guilty, but I just don't think that the sentence that they got, what I think, because so I do think they should have been found guilty, but I think that the abuse should have been factored in and they should have received a lesser sentence
Well, see,
because they had the option. They were both adults. They had the option to just leave.
yeah, but I don't think the abuse was brought in because
Not to the second trial, it wasn't.
they never
Yeah.
told anybody.
It was actually brought up, I think, or new details came out whenever it was at a Netflix documentary that was done,
Yeah.
and that information was brought to light,
That-
and that
Came out.
Yeah.
yeah,
So the first trial that they had, all the abuse was in that trial, but that was a hung jury.
Yeah.
So then the second trial, they wouldn't allow any of the abuse allegations
Nope.
into that trial, and they wouldn't let one of the brothers testify. So
oh wow,
but I honestly do feel that they should have been found guilty. I just don't think that they should have, I think they've served their
right,
time.
but
Yeah.
to be fair though, the abuse allegations should have been allowed.
It should have, yeah. And then if and see, then they would have had a lesser,
Right,
like a lesser sentence.
it would have told the whole story of why what happened, and like Vapor
Yeah.
also said, think about how much
It
has
also
changed
said-
since they went to jail, because they went to jail in what
1996.
Yeah.
Well, their trial was in 1996. They were arrested in 89.
Yeah.
So
since '96, they've been in prison.
Mm-hmm.
so 20
Almost 35 years.
Almost 35 years. Yep.
Wait, where the hell is my math going? So 96, so 2006, 16.
She always makes me laugh when she's
Your
mathing.
No, 28 years.
No, it's been almost 35 years.
Yeah,
Well, if
because
they went to jail though in 96.
no, they were arrested in 89,
Yeah.
but they were found
Well, y'all
guilty.
are talking about
The
since
trial didn't
96. Y'all
start
getting me
in
confused.
96.
So we'll just
Yeah.
say from 89. So 99, 2009, 2019. So yeah, 35 years. You see, y'all had me confused. Y'all got me over here counting on my fingers like I'm in kindergarten.
That's okay. I caught Jaden counting on his fingers the other day, and when he ran out of fingers, I realized my kid still uses his toes.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what God gave you the fingers for.
That's why he gave you fingers and toes.
Exactly. But
Like,
yes,
what are you doing?
but just think though, that is true. 35 years. 89, I was 8 going on 9 years old.
Mhm.
Think of the shit that is cell phones and computers and flat screen TVs. And just
Yeah.
think of like all of the technology that they've got to acclimate to once they get out of prison.
Well, even the prison guards said that they would live in the same neighborhood with those boys. They're men now. One prison guard said he would even let them live in his home.
Oh wow. Well, I did see, and was it Sally Mae that posted this? I think in Discord. She said that they had done a lot of good for like the jail or the prison that they were in, and bringing in different types of
They have.
what was it? She said different programs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they advocate for SA.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well, I know they're both married. I did see that.
they're married.
Yeah, both of them are married. One of them, I can't remember which one of them it's not his biological daughter, but I guess his wife had done an interview and said that the little girl's biological dad had passed away when she was a baby. So the only dad that she has ever known is, I can't remember if it's Lyle or Eric, whichever one it is, but that's the only dad she's ever known.
Good grief.
And so, yeah, they're both of them, I guess, have been married for a while.
All right, you know what? If things don't work out with me and David, I'm just going to go ahead and join the website, Babes Looking for Inmates.
No, you're not.
Are you stupid?
No, you're not.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
She's like, are you stupid? Only you could call me stupid or ask me.
Do I have to come to where you're at and kick your butt?
If you do, please bring Bubbles, the Barbies, and the Princess Fairy dresses.
Oh, okay.
Vapor said you have to qualify first.
Oh man.
I mean, it just, look, if they get, if you know, obviously they're more than likely they have a better chance now at getting out than them staying in prison for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, met a mom. Both of the brothers, they're both married.
Even the prosecutor said that letting them out, they're not going to reoffend.
And they're coming out broke.
They're coming out. Yeah,
there's no money.
It was only against their parents for the abuse.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, the abuse. And okay, so this is what I read. And I was young whenever this happened. So 8, 9 years old. I wasn't into all of that and murder cases and all this and that. So I had to kind of like read up on it because I didn't know all the details. But apparently, from what I had read, that the abuse had been happening for a while, but neither brother knew that it was happening to the other brother.
Right.
And then one day, which brother is it that wears a toupee?
Who's the oldest? Is it
Lyle's the oldest?
Lyle's.
Okay, is he the one that wears the toupee?
I didn't know.
Or a hairpiece?
I didn't know they either wear a hairpiece.
I know one of them is bald.
Yeah, that okay. I'm gonna have to hold on. I'm gonna have to pull the pictures up real quick. So I just hold on. That way.
Wait, how did he get a hairpiece in jail?
Well, I don't think he had it in jail.
No, I don't think he did either.
Okay, so hold on. Let me, because there is. Oh shit, this ain't telling me who's who. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, so Lyle is the. Well, no, maybe that's Eric. What the hell? Anyway, so one of them wears a hairpiece. Okay, so when they were younger, neither brother knew that this was happening to the other brother because they didn't tell each other. One day, their mom had pulled one of the brother's hairpiece off of his head in front of the other brother.
Oh.
And that's when they both kind of like sit down. This was a week before the murders happened. And that's when they both told each other about the abuse that was happening. And that's when they planned the murder out.
Yeah.
Because they found out that it was happening to both of them. Right. And then a week later is when the incident happened. I don't know Eric from Lyle because, like I said, I haven't kept up with this.
Why was he wearing a hairpiece?
That I don't know, but it's the one that's in jail right now that is bald.
Okay.
Is the one that had that was wearing the hairpiece. I don't know why he was wearing it. I don't know if he has what is it called?
Alopecia.
Alopecia. Yeah, I don't know if he has something like that, and that's why he did it. He was wearing one at a young age, or what the reason was. But that's what I had read because I was curious why they, why wait till they were that old to do it when we've heard of kids younger than that go after their parents because of that type of abuse.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to like get up to date on the case and what happened and all that.
Because Lyle, I also think because Lyle went off to college.
Yeah.
And then his brother was being abused.
Yep.
And they just snapped.
Yeah. I think it was when they both found out that it was happening to the other one.
Yep.
Because to begin with, they thought it was just happening to just them. And then when they found out that it was happening to both of them, that's when they planned it out, and a week later it happened. And she said his nerves were making him pull his hair out.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay.
Yeah. Lyle, it was happening to Lyle first.
Okay, Linda G said Lyle's the one that wears the hairpiece. Okay.
And that's so interesting because, the dad used to always call the Eric a homosexual.
Yep.
And he insisted that he was gay, but you say he's married to a woman?
Yeah, they're both married to a woman. I think one of them's wife's name was it Tammy? I think, and I can't remember what the other one's wife's name is.
So it sounds like that was just a part of the emotional abuse, calling
Yeah.
him
Calling him
gay
that.
because he
Right.
wanted to be a model.
Yeah.
And his dad didn't want him to be a model. His dad wanted him to um, go to business school. Go to
Okay.
college. Yeah.
So Lyle is married to, and I'm not going to say her last name on here, but Lyle is married to a woman named Anna. They got married in '96 through a mail correspondence and a wedding attended by his attorney and his aunt. Eric
Oh,
married a
wow.
woman, Tammy, a pen pal, on the day of his sentencing in '96.
Wow.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, because I didn't even
Yeah, I didn't know they were married.
think that they, I didn't think nothing about them being married. They've been in jail this whole, or in prison this whole time. But yeah,
That
they're both married. And then, like I said,
35 years. 35 years of being away from your wives.
yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so no, wait. Eric married Tammy in '99. And then I guess Lyle was previously married to Anna. Hold on. 'Cause I always get these two mixed up. But I know that he is married also now. Okay, no, then he married Lyle then married his current wife Rebecca in 2003.
Oh, so
wow.
married and divorced.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
That's just
Still, that's
that's
a
just,
long time to be away from somebody.
well,
right.
I wonder if they've ever met in person. I guess, yeah.
Well, probably jail visits and stuff like that.
I wonder if they have conjugal visits in California.
Um, I don't know.
Don't want to know.
I do.
And yes, Linda.
Only Avery
Yes,
would
I
ask.
know that they're getting out.
Only Avery would ask that question.
So Metamom, I think only one of the women have kids. She had a child from a previous relationship. And if I remember correctly, she had said in an interview that her daughter's bio dad had passed away when she was a baby. So the only dad she knows is the brother that she's married to. If that's so I'm guessing she thinks that he is like her dad or real dad or whatever.
Right. And why ruin the kids?
Right.
Like,
I mean, if he's
uh,
treating her good and he's not mistreating her, and which I'm, that's kind of one of those things where you never know because some people who grew up being abused abuse their kids, but then you have
yeah,
some
but
people who grew up being abused uh, are very protective parents.
yep.
So I just hope that whenever they finally do get out, that they're able to adjust to life outside of prison. And it's probably going to be hard and it's probably going to take some time, but I hope that they adjust okay with it and they
Yep.
can
So,
find jobs. I'm pretty sure there's people all around wherever they're going to live at that's heard about their case that's probably willing to give them a chance at a job and they succeed at it.
yeah, because
Hey,
a
real
lot
quick,
of, there's a lot of people standing behind them.
Right.
have you guys ever heard of the reality TV show Naked and Afraid?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just came across my news break that the
Oh,
star of the show, Sarah Dancer.
yeah, she passed away.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
she in
I
a
saw that
car
today.
crash. Okay, well, it just now scrolled across my thing.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. It come up on my news break thing. I think it was
Oh,
a car accident, I
yeah,
believe. Is
that's what
yeah.
it said. In Hawaii. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Okay, so Margaret says she's asking if California has Son of Sam laws like New York.
I want the one with the toy guy.
That would be a question for Google.
Well,
Yeah, I had to make sure I was spelling California correctly. Oh dear Lord, I spelled law wrong. Um, Maybe if I spelled shit correctly tonight, I could find it. So, based on the provided search results, California has had a Son of Sam law in the past, but it has been modified and challenged in court.
Yeah, there's 40 states that recognize the Son of Sam law. California and Nevada do not. So they can write about what happened and make money off of it. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to be able to sue Netflix. Oh,
Who?
ooh.
Who?
I'm sorry,
The,
King Scarlet.
If who can sue Netflix?
the Menendez brothers.
Oh, probably.
Ooh.
So, I haven't watched the documentary on, don't they have a movie or something out also?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
so,
I should have married one of them.
We don't
well,
have.
I haven't watched it. So, why would they sue Netflix? Fill me in on that.
So if there's no Son of Sam law, then they can profit.
Okay, I see
So
what you're saying.
Off of Netflix doing their
yeah,
Yeah, okay, I see
That-
what you're saying.
I mean, they could be. Nobody knows.
that's they could already have had a deal with Netflix since there is no Son of Sam law there. Wow, I didn't think about that. Hmm, I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking.
No, we don't have. We used to have Netflix. We don't have it now.
I only have it because I get it for free. So,
Well, Metamom has me hooked on this. The lawyer Lincoln,
And Lincoln, yeah,
the Lincoln Lawyer.
the
Yeah.
Lincoln lawyer.
Yeah,
I've already seen it. All
yeah.
of
I
it.
haven't watched. I haven't watched the new season yet.
Mm-mm-mm.
Y'all are way behind. I watched it all.
Mm-mm-mm.
I already know what you're thinking, Avery.
Always. Oh, yeah, she probably did.
I already know.
I already swapped thoughts, though. I already swapped thoughts. I'm thinking about these addicting binge shows, the binge-worthy shows.
We're telling David. Where's he at? I'm telling him.
Who are you telling?
I'm telling him.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. You're not gonna behave. I'm gonna tell.
We can negotiate this in Discord.
Can we?
Okay, so Tiff does make a good point here. She says they shouldn't sue. If it wasn't for the show, I don't think the DA would have been pressured to change things.
Well, that's what's making me think maybe
They've all-
signed.
Yeah.
They were in on the deal with Netflix
Yeah.
to get their story out the way they wanted it out
Uh-huh.
for their truth to be. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean that.
They wanted their truth out there, and Netflix was willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wait, Kelly P says that they said it was a gross misrepresentation of the Monster series.
Wait, what?
That's what Kelly P is saying. Now, Kelly, are you talking about the Menendez brothers? Because she said that they said that it was a gross misrepresentation of the Monster series. That's why I'm. Okay, so she said yes. She's talking about the Menendez brothers.
That Netflix. Wait. That the Netflix series is a gross misrepresentation.
I'm guessing she's saying that the Menendez brothers says that it was a gross misrepresentation.
Oh, okay.
Am I reading that right, Kelly?
Kelly, you can't be using big words like that.
Especially, well, it's after midnight here now. I mean, you got to give me and Avery some credit. Okay, so she said the Menendez brothers says that it was. Okay, so I did read that right.
About the Netflix or about the Monster series? I'm confused. Which isn't hard to do, but
Well, it's your fault that I'm getting confused.
So y'all done confused me. So
Poor baby too.
Okay,
It's
Kelly
rubbing off
said
on.
the monster series.
Oh, okay, okay.
He likes my car.
That makes sense.
I mean,
Listen to the baby say scarf. Come here, baby. Say it.
the car.
Oh.
She's so cute.
It's all her fault, Meta Mom.
What'd I do?
She said Avery is a dork. Forgive her.
We
Okay,
do.
so grateful middle-aged cat mama, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And she said, let me get back over on my StreamYard. She said, is Peacock movie separate from Netflix series? I'm assuming.
Yes.
So so the way it works is the production companies actually put together these docuseries, and then the production companies will pitch them to the streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Peacock. And so it's not actually Netflix who Netflix doesn't actually have a production team, and they don't actually make, you know, the movies or the docuseries. They buy them from the production companies.
Wait a minute. Hold on. If that's the case, then how come Netflix has like where you watch a movie? It says Netflix series.
Because they purchased it. So the whatever production company made it and pitched it to them, they purchase it and then it's theirs.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hmm.
Vapors
You
has
want to
got
know how I know all this?
You're gonna tell us anyway. No, I'm just kidding. I said I was kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I only know all of this just because of some things I've been learning from my book that I wrote about how all that works.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
I had no idea. I
stop.
thought Netflix like had their own actors and everything. I thought they had like studios, and I had no idea that it was like separate production companies who do all of this, and then they pitch it to, these different streaming services. I had no idea.
Okay, so grateful middle-aged cat mama said, so is it the same thing Peacock produced, Netflix bought?
I think so. Well, I'll have to go double check, but I think so.
Okay, like I said, I don't know because I haven't watched either one of them. I don't watch anything on Peacock. I think I had like a free subscription to it at one time, and there was something on there I liked, so I don't even mess with it.
Yeah.
But I do need to go watch the movies or docu series or documents, whatever the hell they are. I need to
I
go
think
watch.
I think it's a like a little docu series.
Yeah. It actually was pretty good, I thought. A lot of people didn't think it was good, but I actually
I
thought
think
it
it's
was pretty
good
good.
too.
I'll have to go watch it then. Where it is? Okay, I'm looking for Port TV, y'all, while we're
Oh,
talking.
but you're gonna fall.
Are you gonna play Leilani?
Like, did she do that
Leilani.
on? Yeah, she did that on purpose. That was a good one.
That's a lot.
But yes, I do want to. I do want to play it because there may be some people that didn't get a chance to watch it today as it was happening. I just gotta find it real quick. They've got so much on Court TV that they've put out in the last couple of hours.
I know it.
It's that you just kind of like gotta go through and look for it.
The Court TV people are probably exhausted tonight. They're probably all sound asleep.
They look like 4 hours, 8 hours, a day ago, 15 hours ago, like 3 hours ago.
Yeah. And then YouTube changed this. So if you do a video as a premiere, it won't be, even though it premieres live, you won't find that video under the live tab. It'll be under videos.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they just made that change, and that's frustrating to me because I'll see something live, and then I won't have time to watch it, and then I'll go back to look for it, and I can't find it, and then I remember, oh, it was a premiere. It's over in the videos. It is aggravating.
Why are they gonna go do all that?
Stop. You need to chill out,
Okay, I
Wilbur.
think this is it. Oh shit. Because it's like 11 minutes long.
The verdict reading?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you
I mean,
danced
really, the only part of it that's important is
With this?
really where they're reading the verdict. We don't have to listen to all the other. But let me see if I can.
You know, it's really interesting to watch their reactions when the verdicts are read because I would think that if you're innocent and a verdict is being read out and you're found guilty, I know me, I'd pass out. I mean, I'd hit the floor. I would probably literally pass out and be unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, these people here that just claim their innocence, and there's just no reaction from them.
Mm-mm. We got more of a reaction from Alex Murdaugh than
Yeah.
Leilani or Sarah. Like, what's wrong with these people?
Because they think they can manipulate the law.
Wait. Okay, I found it because I'm not watching the whole
But really,
11 minutes of it.
so
So let me get this.
right on into prison.
This up. Okay.
I just don't even like her face.
So when is her sentencing?
It's to be determined.
Okay.
What the hell is there to be determined about it? She's
Uh,
19 counts and all guilty.
Well, the judge just said that the sentencing date would be that she would set it later.
Oh,
She said, yeah. I can't remember exactly how she worded it, but
Commander, how are you?
and then
Yeah.
some expert was saying that because of her age, that she is probably going to get life with parole
Oh my god,
because of her
she
because
should
of her
not
age.
get parole. She should
Well, how
not be eligible for parole.
old is she?
20
She was like 22 when it happened, wasn't she?
I think she's, oh Lord, is she
Hold on, let me.
20?
She's 24 or 25.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
because
thinking.
this happened in 2002, and I believe she was 22 at the time. Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
What happened, baby?
Nothing.
Why was you crying?
Nothing. She is so sassy.
But that's all.
Did they not tell how old she is? I want to say she was 22 at the time.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember here.
Okay,
What,
so Scott said, I thought they said 26 years old, but could be wrong.
It
So she
happened
was
in what,
20.
2022?
Yeah, October of 2022.
Okay, she was what, 20?
Okay, King Scarlet
I
said
think she was
26
23.
also.
Oh yeah, I was going to tell you. Was it her? No, it was Sarah Boone. You're not going to believe this, Scarlett. She's a Libra.
No.
Yes,
When is her birthday?
October 17th, I think.
Oh, that is way too close to mine.
Can you believe it? I just caught that yesterday or today when they said her birthday. I was like, oh no, she is not a Libra.
What is that supposed to mean, Vapor?
Okay.
He says a lot. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, Vapor. What's that supposed to mean?
I can't believe that she's a Libra though, because us Libras are very indecisive people. And she did not have a problem making decisions.
It's so funny that she said that.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out Leilani's age.
Okay, well, King Scarlet said 26.
Okay, we can go with 26.
So
That's
I would say anywhere from 24 to 26.
hmm
So
yeah, that's what this expert was saying, that because she of her age, at the time of the crime, that most likely she will get
No,
life with parole.
bro.
I
I
don't think
said,
you
"Oh,
should. I don't give a shit if she was 18 when she done it. She
Okay.
still shouldn't get parole.
Why do
Would
they even factor in age? I don't understand that. I guess because your frontal lobe isn't developed until you're 25.
Mm, then if that's the case, then what's that kid's name that killed that cheerleader girl?
Oh,
Oh, oh shit.
Shanks, Scarlet.
Um,
That Susie, whatever the hell, whatever his last.
Aiden,
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was how old? 15.
Yeah.
He got life.
Does he have parole or no parole?
No, without parole.
I mean, yeah, they did. They charge minors as adults that get life without parole. So that's horse shit.
I
Just
can't
because
remember
she was
who.
that young,
So
she
whoever said that is full
Can't
of.
remember if it was Emily Baker that said it or Melanie. Melanie. It was one of the lawyers that does YouTube. I can't remember which one said it,
And that's why they're on YouTube now.
or it could have. No, I hadn't listened to Andrea Burkhart, so I don't think it was her. Who was it?
okay. So she was. Wait, it says here that. Oh wait, no, that's not. Never mind, that's not Leilani. That one. Okay.
I want to say Leilani was 23 or 24 when she did it.
Hold on, let me look.
Either way, though, she murdered her 20-month-old son.
Exactly.
She threw him in a dumpster, where then his little body was crushed by the dump truck that came and picked the trash up, and then was discarded in a landfill.
Yep.
Where people spent days searching for him while she was out running up and down the road, going to bars with her mama. She didn't give a shit about her baby.
Nope.
So why should she
Partying in the front yard?
Yeah. Why should she even be eligible for parole?
She shouldn't.
Okay, so King Scarlet said no, she's 23 now. She just looked it up.
And she's lucky that they don't have the DP in Georgia.
Exactly.
She, yeah, I just looked it up too. She's 23. Boy, y'all were way off.
Okay, so what?
Okay, and she's got how many kids total?
3. And Zane is like, what is he, 6 or 7?
No, because he was only
Because she was a teenager when she had him.
right, but the oldest was only 3 at the time. 3 or 4 at the time when Quentin went missing.
Okay, so he's probably, so then he's 6.
Yeah.
No,
That
okay,
is just-
okay.
Look, I had my first kid at 19. I had my second one at 20, and my third one at 22.
Okay,
Dang.
well,
Okay,
23 and 26.
there's absolutely no excuse for what she did, and she should not have any. The possibility of parole should not be
Even thought of.
right in this case.
No.
Do you guys know that I had my youngest and my middle are 14 years apart. I waited 14 years to have a whole nother baby. I just realized that.
Get a whole nother baby. All mine was right there together.
Okay, well,
What was I thinking? I was in the clear. I would
was only 3
I
years.
would be a single wild woman right now.
Oh Lord.
You are a single wild woman.
Avery needs help. Avery needs prayers, everybody.
Oh, and so let me say this one other time, because there wasn't everybody earlier whenever I said this wasn't in here. So for everybody who has came in since I mentioned this at the beginning of the chat, if y'all will please keep Scott and his family in your prayers.
Yes.
I'm not going to go into the details of what's going on with him. If he wants y'all to know, that's his story to tell. But just if y'all would, if you pray, whatever, just keep him in your prayers.
And I mean, Scott's like one of us. He's part
He's
of our
been in
family.
he's been in here forever.
Yeah. Duty Ron, he's not a part of our family, but also,
Oh yes, please
I would.
keep him and his family as well.
Yep.
Okay, so Commander said that there's a man that has a protective order for 99 years not to ever see his child because baby ingested his substances on accident.
Wow, 99 years.
My mom said, "Lord have mercy, Avery. This woman is my best friend, y'all."
Listen, you guys should see some of the ridiculous things she texts me. She will text me the most ridiculous stuff. By the time I even see my text messages, she's done figured out her own confusion, answered herself, and is sending me emojis saying bye. So she can't talk about me.
Oh my god. Well, we're not going to talk about what I sent you the other day because that's not appropriate on here.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought of you whenever I read it. Kelly P, I'm so glad that you are finally home and you are not reading messages and texting back to us while you were driving.
Was doing what?
Oh yeah, she was driving while watching the chat and texting us back.
Holy
Kelly, that is not appropriate to be texting and driving.
It is dangerous.
So, but she is home now, so thank God for that. She's home and she's safe. So,
and everybody else on the road is safe.
Yeah,
because she's home. Kelly P.
Okay, yeah.
My son does the same thing. I yell at him all the time.
What was I doing? Oh, the Leilani shit. Okay, y'all. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and warn y'all. Like I said before, she did not cry that I can remember. And I remember watching all of the interviews that she did whenever her and her mama was outside of their house. You didn't? No, Vapor, I haven't found it. I'll have to find it and see who put it out to see if I can play it or not. I may just drop the link in the chat in Discord.
Do you guys remember when Leilani when they were out in front of the house and Leilani stood up out of nowhere and was crying? She had her head lifted up to the sky and was literally yelling and screaming, begging and pleading for her baby to come home. Do you guys remember that?
Yep.
And I was like, what?
I probably saw it. But, I mean, do y'all realize, like, was I doing lives during that time?
I think so.
October 20, yeah, because I started doing lives in June of 2020. So, yeah.
Well, I rode over there. Me and a friend, we rode over there because we just wanted to see, because you could see different things from different people's YouTube videos, but we just kind of wanted to see for ourselves what it all looked like.
Mm-hmm.
That was a chaotic mess on that street.
I watched, at that time I was watching two different creators live streams that was there pretty much 24 hours a day. I'm not going to mention their names.
Yeah.
But I literally watched from the time they started streaming early in the mornings, and they were there like late at night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I probably saw what you're talking about. Hey Sarah, how are you? I don't remember it because there was so much at that time.
Yeah, it's so chaotic.
That was going on. Now, don't get me wrong. I get why they were doing it, but I also think that it was a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, at times, especially late at night when they have neighbors.
Yeah.
But I was watching the whole thing though. So
yeah, because one neighbor, I remember this. One neighbor was elderly and was taken off by ambulance. Was having like PTSD or something was going on. And I don't know if it was the night they were playing like the baby crying sounds, or it was one of those nights when things were pretty loud, and
Yeah. I
it
mean,
was a
I remember them playing the baby crying and all this and
Yep.
that. It didn't. I mean, it didn't do any good because she didn't fess up to anything.
you're right.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, but I get the point of why they were doing it, but at the same time, it didn't help. It didn't help. Not one bit.
No.
So,
Right.
That was her acting the way she acted when they were interviewing her. If I knew where he was, I would
Hmm.
tell everybody.
oh yeah, and that we just hope that somebody came in and got him, and that they're
Yeah,
taking good care of him. Bitch, please, you know exactly where that baby was at.
exactly.
But you know who is a better actress than Leilani, and this trial's going to be coming up, is Megan Boswell.
Yeah, I can't wait for her trial.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay. So when does hers start?
I think
It's
February.
so,
Okay, so we still
I
have a couple of
cannot.
months then.
I can't wait for hers. Now that girl actually did lengthy interviews.
you are a princess.
I
Okay,
mean,
so when that one was going on, I wasn't doing lives yet, but I was. I kind of watched a little bit of that. For
mhm.
some reason, the only thing that sticks in my mind with
Almost done.
that case is when they were, the helicopter was flying overhead, and they were at the pond, and I just kept thinking, oh my god, the helicopter's flying above, and they're fixing to go in and find this little girl, and they're going to pull her out, and it's going to be live streamed from this helicopter.
What sticks in my mind the most from it is you know that one news reporter Dan Ansley, what is her name? Ansley Daniels or
Yeah,
Daniel Ansley.
yeah.
So they were out, so they had heard that a bunch of law enforcement showed up to Megan Boswell's dad's property. And so the news crews got out there, and they were all, standing out there on the road, and they had the cameras pointed, towards their property.
Hmm.
And we're all watching, and the next thing you hear this woman just screaming, "No, please, no." I mean, that sticks in my head. That was so horrifying. And that was when they found Evelyn's body. And I think it was Megan's dad's wife who was the one that was, I mean, she was wailing, and it was just so eerie. It was just so, oof.
Oh, Kelly, that is true.
I do not like Megan Boswell.
Kelly said the mama of the teenager that was found deceased in Nashville was a prime example of a mama in pain of the heartbreak. I never see it with any of these cases. Are you talking about, oh God, what is the boy's name now? They were all at the bar and he left. And
Riley
they,
Strain?
yes, is that who you're talking about, Kelly? Because yeah, his mama she was hurt. And that is okay. So yeah, that's who Kelly's talking about. Yeah, I haven't seen that with. But here's the difference with that though. She didn't do anything to her son.
Exactly.
She was very worried about where he was at and if he was okay, if he was still alive. She wanted him to be found. Where you have this thing up here on, and I need to come up with a nickname for Leilani. Um, what she did to her baby. She don't care. Like she had no emotions except for whenever she was found guilty, and then she decides she wants to cry. Okay, so I'm fixing to go ahead and start playing this. Yes, Commander, that's what Avery called her a minute ago, Leilani.
Leilani.
Because I mean, what else does she do besides lie throughout the whole thing?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly,
Would she have like 18 charges of?
19.
I
It was
know,
nineteen.
like 18 of them were lying.
Uh, yeah, I know there was a bunch of them for her lying.
Yeah.
Scott, I'm trying to. I wasn't doing lives during Gabby's case. Probably Kylie Rodney? Because that was like my first big case. That case came out like 2 months after I started doing lives.
I think 14 of her charges are, giving false information.
Yep.
Yes. Well, I know
But
the
she
judge.
has 2 charges of red rum.
Is it 2 or is it 3?
I know one of them's malice something.
Yeah, one, it might be 3, but I know there of at least 2.
What is it?
And then, and one is disposing of a body, and then
Right.
there was another one. So I think 14 were. Well, we'll hear it when you play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play it because whenever the judge is reading them off, she does
Okay.
read out what each charge is. Okay, so if y'all cannot hear this one, let me know as well.
As to the verdict, it reads as follows. We, the jury, find as follows: malice murder. We find the defendant guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We find the defendant guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We find the defendant guilty. Count 4, concealing the death of another. We find the defendant guilty. Count 5, false report of a crime. We find the defendant guilty. Count 6, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 7, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 8, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 9, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 10, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 11, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 12, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 13, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 14, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 15, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 16, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 17, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Count 18, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. And count 19, making a false statement. We find the defendant guilty. Okay. And is there anything further from the state? From the defense? Certainly. So, members of the jury, this is something that very often happens. You will be asked questions by the clerk, 3 questions in particular, I believe, and simply answer the questions. Madam Clerk.
Juror number 1, was this your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 2. Juror number 2. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 3. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 4. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 5. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 6. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 7. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 8. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 9. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 10. Was that your verdict then?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 11.
Yes.
Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Juror number 12. Was that your verdict then?
Yes.
Is this your verdict now?
Yes.
Anything further at this time with the juries?
No, Your Honor.
With the jurors. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your service.
Okay, that was the most important part.
Her face.
Just the fact that her crying. Oh, and just thank you so much for being a member for 19 months.
her
That's all I
crying.
have in
You want
here.
to
Thank
smack
you.
my TV.
Oh, it just like where was that at whenever your child was missing?
Or
No,
even like when they were showing
The pictures,
yeah, how could she look at those and not
not shed a
nothing,
tear.
nothing. She just looked at them
She had
like she was sitting on a jury in somebody else's murder trial.
yeah, not with that smirk on her face.
Oh,
like say it wasn't I'm not thinking this, but hypothetically say he did pass accidentally. Yeah, you would think that she'd break down. Heck, even Lori Vallow broke down when they showed pictures.
well, Lori did the most though, because whenever they was showing, doing, talking about JJ and showing the pictures of JJ and all this and that, she didn't want to sit there and watch it. She knew what she had done and what she let happen to those two kids, and
Hmm.
she just did just the most because I think she just wanted attention at that point,
Oh,
and she didn't want to have to face the fact that you know she didn't want to have to sit there and look at it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, we watch these cases and we just can't comprehend what these people are thinking because like we're normal. Well, I'm kind of normal, but when we have our kids, we have our own kids
Yeah,
and
normal. And I
Did she say you're not normal?
I'm
no, that's because I said you're not normal, Avery. Yeah, you're not.
Bubbles, Bubbles,
slippers.
I thought you were my friend.
So you are. Baby, she can't see your slippers.
Do you like my cow slippers?
They can't see them. Baby, you're going to hang up my phone. Stop. Crazy.
I'm sorry, Avery, but that was cute.
Some mini snot.
Mini socks.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
Oh my, y'all, she is so sassy.
He's like,
It's funny. It's not funny, but it is funny.
What it is?
Ow! Mini socks.
she's so buff.
Wonder where she gets it from.
From her mom.
She complained to mom.
Are you
Oh my god.
Hey, which one do you want?
Avery, she tried to say it so quietly where nobody could hear her say
mini? Mini.
Yo, this child is crazy.
Oh my god.
These.
Okay, well, give me a minute.
Linda, yes. I did get to watch that part. Linda G says when they showed the pictures of his bones, she was looking intensely. But there was, like, it didn't bother her. And I think that's
Yeah,
like the worst part of it. Even if you did it and you know that you did this, and you know that you're not going to get away with it, and you haven't confessed to it, just the fact that you're looking at your little baby's
right.
bones,
Ew.
Yeah, I'd have lost it.
like any normal person, even if they haven't confessed to it, would have just lost it right there. There would have been some type of
Mhm.
emotion. She had none until she was found guilty.
And that's scary for a girl her age to have absolutely no emotion like that. It's scary because we have these people walking around us all the time, every day.
Yeah. I honestly, I wish I could be a fly in a person's brain whenever they're sitting in trial and they're just like way what we just saw with her,
Mhm.
and they're reading those guilty verdicts off. Like, what are they thinking at that point?
Right.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't understand it. If you, her mom though, honestly, her mom should have. BC, have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, BC. I can't see the chat, so I'm not being rude, but good night. I hate that I never can have the chat on without throwing myself off.
Well, that's because you don't know how to work your phone.
Hey, Bubbles,
Hey,
What?
she's talking to you.
What?
do you want to know what your mom does every night when you go to sleep in your bed?
What?
She cries.
She don't cry. She don't even cry.
She does. She cries because you're not in bed with her.
You don't cry at bedtime.
She said, "All right, that's fine."
Yeah, she don't cry at bedtime. I got some socks.
Yeah, you got new socks. Stop.
Yeah, I got
Oh my gosh, she's just so cute. I can't, like, we hear her talking on here a lot. How can somebody hurt a child? I don't understand it.
I know.
I don't.
And have you guys noticed? Is there any way, Scarlett? I don't know if you could do this. If not, I can do it. But I want to put Quentin and Elijah View's faces side by side because for some reason they look so much alike to me. They are the most two adorable little boys I've ever seen,
If you
and
look,
they
if
look similar.
yeah. Also, if you look at Quentin and when the baby was 2, if you look at her and Quentin side by side,
Uh-huh.
I swear he could pass for her twin.
Really?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Will you stop jumping? She's jumping on my bed.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
up on the bed.
There's something about Elijah's face and Quentin's face that looks so much alike. I don't know if it's the lips
It could be
or
skin
the
tone.
eyes. It's something. Yeah, they look so much alike.
Okay, stop.
Let me see if I can do
Or I'm
this.
sending you to Scarlett.
Oh, you don't want her coming here with me because I'll make her bad and then send her back home.
If you don't behave, I'm sending you to Scarlett.
No, I don't live there. I live here with you.
Tell her you want to come to Auntie Avery's.
You want to go to Avery's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she wants to go to Avery's, but not my. Oh, okay. See, now you done hurt my feelings, Bubbles.
Do you want to go to Auntie Scarlett's?
Yeah.
She said yeah.
Okay.
You want to come with me?
Do I want to come with you? No.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
okay, I'm trying to find pictures with just Dion instead of with everybody else involved in the case.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can get this.
It might be their eyes that makes them look so
Their-
much alike.
Yeah, their eyes do look a lot alike.
I see that I also because she acts like a turkey.
Okay, go to your mom and stop.
You may have to do it, Avery.
Okay, I will. Hold on.
Okay. Just don't throw yourself off a panel.
No promises.
I don't think it's a normal night if she doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Kelly P, yes, we would. Oh, wait, Metamom, thank you. Never mind, Avery. Metamom did it.
Of course she did.
It's faster than you are, Avery.
Okay, hold on. Let me screenshot this.
Okay, little one, stop.
Okay, wait. Let's do it like this.
All right, do it quietly.
This over here. And then let's pull this up. Let's do that. There we go.
Wow.
It's the way their eyes are. Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
It's a shame, y'all, that both of these babies.
They're beautiful. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful little boys.
And they both went missing at the hands of their parents or their parents' boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Funny because
They had to be searched for.
Sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I hold the phone up to her face with Quentin's face. Look.
And see, in both of them, I think there's no cause of death that was able to be determined. I think for both of them.
Have to prove that either.
True. But I'm just saying the similarities between these two is just
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah. Because see, and that's another thing that really got me in Sarah's case is where the one lawyer said something about they haven't proved.
Could you hold it and show it to them?
That they didn't prove something, and it's like they don't have to prove that. They just have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah, it was. Was it in Sarah's or because I know that they had brought it up in Leilani's during,
I
and
think
it
they
was
brought it up in both.
okay because I did hear it in the closing arguments in Leilani's that the woman that was speaking said that when she was talking to the jury, she said we don't have to prove how he died.
Right.
We just got to prove that she's the one who done it.
Right. But I think they also said that in Sarah's at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. Sarah's I got bored with it today.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I went and voted and went uptown with the kids.
Yeah. I mean, I had to get up and go cook. I couldn't listen to her attorney, and I honestly think that he was just dragging it out so they wouldn't go deliberate tonight.
Yeah,
Which
It didn't seem like her attorneys had much to to really use for.
I bet you anything. Every question that her attorney asked her while she was on that stand is a question that she came up with.
Oh yeah.
You know that she had some in probably 99.9% of what her attorney said and did was from her.
Oh yeah. You could tell by the way they would ask it.
It was I don't know. I'm glad they're both over with. I'm glad the guilty verdicts both came in on them. And I mean now who's our next trial?
Delphi's still happening, but of course we
can't watch it.
But Lauren from Hidden True Crime, she's in the court every day, and then she goes live every night and pretty much tells you every freaking detail, even does sketches and everything of everything that happened. I'm trying to think of who our next trial would. I can only think of Megan Boswell in February. I feel like there's another one that I'm missing.
Why have Halloween lights up if you're not going to have them on? Oh, sorry.
Hold on 1 second. Y'all texting my daughter back real quick.
Is it? No, it's not the Kansas City mom trial. I can't think.
Have they set a date for that one yet?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm sitting here trying to think of. Like, I know there's another one.
Because the last thing I remember in that one, but I haven't looked at it in probably a week or so, they were trying to determine if they were going to do one trial for all of them or if they were going to do separate trials.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I need to look into that one some more.
I think they should have a trial for all of them.
And separate trials is, that's going to be so expensive.
That's what I'm saying. It saves taxpayers money.
I think they should charge like Cora and Cole together, and then I can't think of the names of.
What was the grandma's name? Tiffany and Tad.
Yeah, I think they should charge Tiffany and Tad together and Cora and Cole together.
Well, Tad and Paul, though, are the two that did the actual murders.
Oh, okay. So maybe.
And then Tiffany was, I believe, the one that orchestrated it all. Yeah, and then Cole and Cora were the lookouts. If I remember correctly, that's how they explained it all.
To me, they all should be charged together. I mean, all in court together at one time. Why have a separate trial for all of them? That's dumb.
Well, I think the only way that they would have a separate trial is if they were to do, like have separate trials, but also have them together. Like if they were to do Tad's and Paul's together because they were the two that did the murder.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Then Tiffany
Yeah,
was
which
the one
not
who
as
masterminded it, and then Cole and Cora were the lookouts. So I could see that, but I don't know if they're going to do all 5 together though.
I mean, do the ones that did the murder together,
Right.
and then do the two that looked out, do theirs together, and then do grandma's or whatever she is by herself,
I mean, honestly, I think Tiffany,
or
Tad,
put her in with
and
all of them.
I think Tiffany, Tad, and Paul. I think they all should be together because if it wasn't for Tiffany, it would have
None of
never happened.
Yep, true.
She's the
Yep.
one that bought all the stuff. She's the one that planned it out. Uh, Cole and Cora, they were the lookouts, but it's somewhere in there they had something
Oh
to do
yeah.
with it as well.
Oh yeah.
Hey, are there any updates on Suzanne Simpson?
Oh, let me see. I looked today or started looking. I don't think there is. I know that
He got
uh,
2 charges, I think.
they what?
I said I think he got 2 new charges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nancy Grace did something yesterday where she said they called off the search, which I guess is why that clear alert was discontinued. That they called off the search. She said Nancy Grace said this. That they called off the search at the landfill.
but I think they did that like several days ago.
Yeah.
That
But
they
what
called because
isn't it?
they were there for several days at the landfill, but I think that they, oh God, I want to say that was like the 18th or 19th, somewhere around in there, maybe when they
Oh,
stopped looking
so
at.
that would be before the clear alert was discontinued.
Right.
Okay.
Because I want to say that so after the landfill search, or maybe it was before, I got to go back and check the timeline, but at some point they were also looking in the woods close to the house, like right
Mm-hmm.
across the street from the house. There's a wooded area there. But I
Yeah.
can't remember if it was before the landfill or after. I'll have to go find the the timeline. But the newest thing, he did get 2 new charges. I think they were weapon charges that he got added to the DV charges that he had. But he did want he's asked to see his kids, and so I don't know if because that was part of his, I guess that he had a no contact order with his kids or whatever. Um, but he has asked the court to allow him to see his kids. So they,
And why should that? And why should he? But why should he be able to?
That would be very traumatizing for those kids to go in
yeah,
there.
Are missing their mom?
And plus, didn't one of the kids say something about daddy hurting mommy? He doesn't need to talk to them.
yeah.
Nope.
One of, I believe, the
It's manipulative.
daughter.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I had hoped they had found her by now. And still nothing on oh Lord, that name's not ever gonna come back to me. But the girl missing in Redding, California, is King still in chat? She might know her name.
Redding, California.
The one where her husband, he had upcoming DV charges and they got dropped because she didn't show up for court because she disappeared, and then they found her vehicle abandoned and burned.
Oh, Nikki. Is
Nikki
it Nikki
McCain.
McCain? Yes.
Yeah,
I,
still
oh God,
nothing on her.
let me look because I haven't looked at hers in a while. Hold on.
Like, I have my alerts set for on Google for all these different missing people, but for some reason it will alert me of stuff like 3 days later. It's weird.
I see the last thing I see on Google for Nikki McCain was August the 17th.
Wow.
I don't see anything after that. No, there's one for August the 22nd. And that's when her husband had to go back to court. That's the last thing. It's weird because there's nothing on her. There's nothing on Katie Ferguson. Uh, what was the girl down in Florida that went missing? Nicole Baldwin.
Baldwin, yeah.
There's nothing on her. There's several of these missing person cases that there's nothing new on them.
Yeah.
I have a list somewhere in my binder that I need to get back out. It's all the different cases that we've talked about that have not been solved yet. And I need to go through that list and check for updates for each one of them and see if there's anything new.
Oh, the boy, the college student who fell or went into the manhole, did they ever determine a cause of death?
You talking about Caleb
Harris?
Harris?
Yeah, Caleb Harris. Yeah. Because I don't remember ever hearing if it was homicide or accidental or.
I think the last thing I had heard that they did determine that it was him, but
yeah, I don't know.
It's a weird case, like very weird.
Okay, so the autopsy report concluded that Caleb's cause of death was undetermined, indicating that the investigation could not determine whether his death was accidental or intentional.
Dang.
It says the police believe that Caleb may have accidentally fallen into an open manhole near his apartment complex, which led to his death. They found no evidence of obvious homicide.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So, yeah. It just says that his remains were identified on July the 22nd of 2024. Dang, it don't seem like it's been that long. Jeez. All these cases, y'all, just like time flies by.
And then,
No, I was just going to read this real quick. Margaret says, again, I have a note on my New York City apartment door. If I go missing, call Scarlett. Well, Margaret, hopefully you never go missing, but if you do and they get in touch with me, we will do whatever we have to do possible to find you, and we will not stop until you are found.
Margaret, if you use ride shares like Uber or whatever, like always shake your hair and leave some strands of hair.
And always make sure that the child lock is not turned on the back door.
Yep.
Because if the child lock is on, once that door shuts with you in the car, you're not getting out.
And if you have like super short hair or something, like, I don't know, hock a loogie in there somewhere. Do something.
Yeah, leave some DNA or something. That's why I wouldn't do a ride share. I wouldn't do a taxi. I wouldn't do Uber. None of that. Margaret said, Scarlett, I pity the fool that tried to disappear me.
That's what shoot. My family says that all the time. They'll bring you back.
I got Life 360, so they'll find me.
Yeah, I have it on my phone. All three of my kids have my location at 24 hours a day. But yeah, that's what my husband always says. If anybody was to take you, they would pay me to take you back.
Yeah. Yep. Well, David said once they figure out, he's like, you're deceiving, because you're thin, but you eat so much and I don't even know where you put it. And once they figure out how much it's going to cost them to feed you, they're going to bring you back.
Well, Vapor, that is true too, assuming that they don't get rid of your phone. They would have to chop my hand off in order to get my phone. Literally.
They'd have to fight my granddaughter.
There you go.
Well, I always lose my phone, so
I don't do. I would never do any type of ride share. If I can't, I would walk before I would do one. There's just too much craziness. There's the child locks that they could get you locked into the car. They can lock the windows where you can't roll the window down.
No,
There's
I
just,
got chocolate all over you.
let's see, if you are knocked out, it makes it.
You
Well,
got
let's just put it
chocolate.
this way: if they knock me out, their DNA is going to be under my fingernails because I'm going to be clawing somebody.
I had to use Uber a few times after my car accident, and I have to say it was very awkward. Like,
I just,
Quiet ride.
like, do you, yeah, like I found it very awkward because I didn't know, like, am I supposed to strike up a conversation? Like it was just, I just thought it was very awkward, very
well,
weird.
I'm the type of person, I don't like riding with other people. Okay, I am the worst passenger that you can ever have in your car. Okay, so you
I
put
just
me.
can't see that about you.
I'm telling you, I will admit it. I am the world's worst. So you put me in the back seat of a stranger's car that I don't know how they drive. I'm gonna do bad.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like I'm gonna be cutting up bad.
I'm the same way, so I can't say nothing.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Someone could not knock me out without me touching them.
There it is.
If they were just on one tonight, y'all.
Oh,
They
when
is
he
on.
when he gets on his little tangents of picking, I just have to ignore him.
He's just got all kinds of jokes tonight.
Oh, I'm sure. Hmm.
Oh, yeah, this is hot.
Thank you, Margaret. Margaret says her money is always on me.
I want things to trash.
Well, thanks for giving me absolutely no credit, Margaret.
Well, how's somebody supposed to knock you out unless they don't touch you, Vapor?
Well, he's saying, could they? Am I saying that they couldn't knock me out without me touching them?
Yeah, but how? I mean,
Shit, they go to swinging on me, I'm swinging back.
exactly. So,
I'm going to touch somewhere on them.
yeah.
Oh my goodness! I got to tell you guys about. Well, you may have seen it in Discord, but Vapor found this YouTube channel of this crazy lady who is talking about the Idaho 4,
Yeah,
and she's
Yeah,
talking about their live.
I've seen it.
yeah.
You
Just don't
did?
say don't say the name because
Oh, I don't
yeah,
even remember the name because
I know who you're talking
Yeah,
I
about.
was appalled.
Yeah, whacked out.
I follow them on Twitter,
Really whacked out.
and there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting stuff.
Saying father needs to come out and tell the truth. They
And
live
of course, I'm like, only Vapor would find this channel.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of bull.
I think he said he was bored that night whenever he found it or something, or was looking through. I remember him posting about it in the Discord. So yeah, y'all know there's craziness all over social media.
People are gonna come out and say crazy things.
That's really wild. I don't know how she can't. I would think she could be sued for that. I mean, I don't know where the line is of, freedom of speech, and
Right.
because the things that woman is saying is very accusing, and she states them as facts, and I don't know. I think she's going to get sued.
Yeah, with stuff like that, you kind of have to watch how you say it.
Yep.
You
I
know,
wonder
it's,
whatever happened with that TikToker who was getting sued over the Coburger case. Do you guys remember that? She was saying that one of the instructors, a female instructor at the college, did it.
I don't know.
She,
yeah. She
I-
okay. I know who you're talking about. Okay, the instructor sued her, but then I think the TikToker turned around and sued the instructor back,
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
or
But
something like that.
TikToker's channel.
They did what, Betty Jo?
I said I haven't seen the TikToker's channel anymore.
Oh, maybe they took it down then.
Good. The lady was wild.
Yeah, that was the last thing I remember hearing about it. Was that the instructor sued her, and then she turned around and sued the instructor. So
Yeah, and I ain't seen the TikTokers channel anymore because every time I would go on TikTok, I'd always see a video of it,
yeah,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
now
I need to I need to do more on my TikTok.
I don't see any of it. So they must have either taken her channel away from her.
Yeah, they need it too because the way she was saying stuff was that it was facts that the instructor did it.
Mhm.
And all the craziness she was saying about the instructor and Kaylee and all this and that.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping they don't move the trial again, the trial date, because
When is the
I
trial date?
August, is it the 2nd or the 5th? It's sometime in August of next year.
They better not.
I don't think this judge is going to let them. I think this judge is like, we're doing this and it's happening. So get your asses ready.
Yeah, because
I like this judge so much better.
oh yeah, he is very straight to the point. He kind of reminds me of the judge in Sarah Boone's case.
Mhm.
Very just straight to the point. It's you know, let's get down to business, do what needs to be done, and get it over with. I just hope they don't change the dates again because I've told everybody that like I can't do nothing during that time.
Right.
Because I mean we've waited so long that I've got to be here to stream it. We've went through this case forwards, backwards, sideways, upside down, and everything else. So
Mhm. Yeah. And I think I read it's going to be like a 12-week or 16-week trial. I want to say 12 weeks, but it may have been 16 weeks.
let me
I was like,
see.
woof, that's going to be a long trial.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh God. I do think though. Let me see if I can find the paper on it. I'm. I would think that some of those weeks there may be a break, like a day off for whatever reason. If there's any
Mhm.
type of holidays or if they have something, Betty Jo, she's fine, uh, or something like that they may have that goes on up there that they won't have court for. Let me see. I know that there's a document on here. I just gotta find it that has like all of the new dates because I remember reading it.
You know what's weird to me? And I'm not like I'm not judging or even I don't mean this in a negative way, but it's weird to me that there's some channels that are still covering Cobra Girl on a daily basis. I try to think of
I
what is left to cover that we hasn't been covered.
I mean there's still some channels that are still covering Kylie Rodney's.
Really? Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right. King was telling me about that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I mean if there's something major that was to come up in it, of course I would cover it. But if there's nothing new that's coming up,
Mhm.
like what is the point?
Right.
I mean, I may talk about it in a live or something, but there's no point in me just dedicating one live for several hours to talk about something that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not some big thing.
Yeah, it's just real surprising to me to see these channels still covering it on a daily basis.
Okay, I'm trying to find the court doc that has all of the new dates on it because it was August something. I want to say the 2nd or the 5th. That's a scheduling
I
order.
have the 17th stuck in my mind, but
It could be that late in the month, but I don't. Shit. Okay, that's where it was changed over to Ada County. It's gotta be after that. Cybersecurity. I'll have to see if I can find it. Okay, so that was his thing for him to be able to wear street clothing.
Wouldn't it be in a document?
It's August 11th.
Is it?
We were all wrong.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, it's in a document. I just got to find the document
Oh,
because right now there's a lot of objections,
yeah.
a lot of motions that's on here, but I know that it's on there because I do remember reading it.
Good.
What the hell, Metamom?
What'd she do? I'm not
Okay,
responsible for her actions.
no, she posted a colorful Louisiana man banned for life from Alta after. Hold on, let me look at this shit. What the hell, Louisiana people been doing? Okay, so a colorful Louisiana man banned for life from Alta after employee allegedly overheard him threatening to make the store go boom.
Oh. No, me and Metamom were watching these videos last night about this teenage girl who worked at a Walmart and got stuck in the walk-in oven
Yep.
and they couldn't turn it off
Oh,
and she baked to death.
oh my
It was
god.
in Canada.
Can you believe that?
It was in Canada.
Okay, so wait, this man is from Louisiana, but he was threatening to do this to an Ulta beauty store in Alabama.
Ooh. What store in Alabama? Because I'm always going to Alton.
It's okay. So the incident began October the 19th in
Opelika.
Opelika, Alabama, when Timothy Lincoln, 42, of Buras, Louisiana, was reportedly overheard making a violent threat while on a phone call outside of the store. An employee of this beauty store reportedly heard Lincoln yell on the phone, "I'm going to make this shit go boom." The
Mm.
worker reported the statement to the police, which led to Lincoln's arrest. Okay, y'all, this dude. I'm gonna show y'all this dude, but y'all don't. This isn't all Louisiana people.
I was going to say, Scarlett, don't be sending your people over here to my people.
Yeah, I don't know where this. Oh my god, this dude right here. Jeez, y'all. Let's
What
see.
in
Wait.
the world?
Yeah,
What is all over his face?
I don't know if that's. I would say marker
What in
paint.
the world?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Wow.
Now, I was wondering what a colorful man meant.
What is wrong with this dude?
I'm trying to find out what the hell that says on his forehead.
That's what I'm
Is
trying
that
to.
I
Is he
U R I? INRI?
It looks like the twig with thorns, like the
Like the
Well,
crown.
why is his nose blue? His beard's blue too.
what
So,
in the world? So this
so
is your people, Scarlett?
I don't know where the hell he came from because we don't look like that. I'm embarrassed. What part of Louisiana is this motherfucker from? I don't even know where Buras is at. Now I got to go to Google Maps and see because
Scarlett's like, he didn't come from here.
yeah, I don't know where that's got to be like way down south. Hey, musical.
And what was that dude doing in Ulta? The hell? Hmm, it's not funny.
Wait, how the hell do you spell Buras? Why is it not even? It ain't even coming up. Am I spelling this correctly? Buras.
That's probably why.
No, wait, here we go.
He's way out there.
I got tears laughing at that one.
Oh, he's like way down close to Plaquemine. Like he's like at the very tip of
Shadow.
Louisiana.
I'm killing this
Like,
cat.
She's
yeah,
making
he's
sure to
down.
let us know he's not anywhere near her.
he's down like just literally a few miles out of Venice. So yeah, nowhere near me.
You know that's your cousin.
Oh hell no. No. Mm-mm.
Got
Oh,
alone.
That is just. I mean,
golly.
he must have
I,
had some infatuation with Altas in Alabama to go out there for some reason.
I mean, I wonder if he was in there looking for makeup.
Uh, Maybe they wouldn't let him in the store. I don't know.
That's what I mean. That's what I go to Ulta for is makeup.
I mean, he has the first degree terroristic threats, which is a Class C felony in Alabama, and he's also been banned from the Ulta store. He could face up to 10 years in prison, and he's currently held in the Lee County Detention Center on a $100,000 bond.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, when you threaten to do that to something.
Yeah. And that dude is 42 years old, y'all.
Mm-mm-mm.
He had to, I thought he was at least 60.
I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but with his face painted like that, sounds like he got some issues.
Yeah, some type of mental problems or something, yeah.
It just
I don't-
cracks me up how the article said a colorful man.
Well, I mean, look at this.
I mean, technically, they wasn't lying.
You know, it's funny because you think little ones would do that to themselves, like draw all over themselves, color on themselves. Not a 42-year-old man.
Right?
Yeah, there's, I don't know.
And that looked like what is the tech I don't know what the technical name for it is, but the Jesus has it with the thorns around the top of his head. And I'm not sure what that's
The crown of thorns.
crown of thorns. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like is drawn on across his forehead.
I don't know. That was. I mean, he very well could have some type of mental health problem, and he might have walked into the store looking like that, and they might have told him he had to leave.
Metamom likes bright colors. Just saying.
Yeah, but she's not gonna walk into a store looking like that.
No, she didn't put him on her face like that.
The neighbor said he was looking for someone to braid his hair.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know. Yeah, there's some weird cookies in this world.
Looking for someone to braid that beard.
I don't know.
Oh, the case. I don't know if you ever covered it though. I think you did. The lady that the police officer shot, she was holding the boiling water.
Talking about.
Is that the one where they went into her house and she was in the kitchen? I didn't cover it, but I remember seeing the body cam footage from that.
So I think his trial is coming up too, and I can't think of her name. Sandra.
Oh,
I don't know, but I'll be right back.
okay. I can't. I've heard her name several times, but I can't remember her name. I can't believe that they put the video. Sonia, is that Sonia Massey?
Yep, Sonia Massey. That's it. Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they put that on social media. That body cam footage.
I know it.
From the one that I've seen, I don't think there was anything even blurred out.
And she was just so sweet. Just so sweet.
I mean, they didn't have to. They could have took other measures than that.
Yeah, whenever they had announced that they had a verdict for Sarah Boone, and we were waiting, while they got everybody to the courtroom. Jaden's dad called, and I was like, "You're interrupting me. I'm waiting they're coming in for a verdict." And I said, and he's on into true crime, so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's this lady who locked her boyfriend in a suitcase, and he's like, "You talking about that crazy girl that locked that man up in the suitcase and then taunted him?" I said, yeah, that one. And he was like, yeah, he's like, that is straight up crazy, like, and he's not even into true crime, but apparently he had seen it
Yeah, he knew
and
it was.
seen the videos of her taunting him and everything.
I can't believe I missed the whole damn thing.
I said, you're not even into true crime. How in the world do you know about this? And he's like, it's been on all the news.
What has?
Sarah Boone.
Oh.
Yeah, all her craziness. Yeah, I didn't even have my phone with me, y'all, in the kitchen. Any other time I would have brought the phone with me. And I didn't even have my phone with me. I didn't think that it was going to come back a verdict tonight.
Aren't you
I didn't either.
I
Aren't
was
you
so
sneaky?
unprepared for that. Vapor, you haven't seen any of the videos of what? Oh, you're talking about the Sonia Massey one? Didn't
Oh,
somebody post that video in Discord like a while back when it happened?
yeah, I did. And
News.
a lot of creators covered it and played it. There was two different videos because there was two different body cam angles. And so they were playing both of them. But I mean, either way you look at it, I remember people like stopping at the part where she's got she's getting the boiling water off of her stove and taking it to the sink, and people would stop it right there and play it like in slow motion to see if she threw any of that water at them, but
She didn't.
I couldn't never see where she did.
No,
It
she
it
didn't.
just looked like when they shot her and she went down, it spilt.
Okay, so apparently the officer that's accused of doing this to her, he has been moved to Macon County Jail, and
Oh, that's Georgia.
so his hold on, where did I just see that?
Oh yeah, that
Okay,
happened in Georgia.
wait, this says Illinois though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Decatur, Illinois.
Oh,
What is it? Okay,
well,
so a former Sangamon County deputy on trial for the murder of a Springfield woman in her own home has been moved to Macon County. Sean Grayson, charged with the murder of Sonia Massey, was previously held at the Menard County Jail. And on Monday, Grayson appeared by video in a short hearing. And this came out 10 hours ago, this article did.
oh wow.
He appeared by video in a short hearing. His attorneys have been arguing for pretrial release based on his diagnosis of colon cancer.
What?
So in August, the judge chose to deny Grayson pretrial release, and his team has appealed the decision with an appellate court. Yeah, this
Yeah,
happened.
because and I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but if he used that to get out, then every other inmate would try to use that.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
they can get their treatments in jail, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have what do you call it?
Infirmary.
Yes, infirmary. I can't think of the word. They have them in jail, or they'll have if they don't have one in jail, they'll have a doctor that will come in there.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to sound rude or mean because he has colon cancer or anything like that. God no.
Right.
But if he used that to try to get out for his treatments and stuff, every other one would try to use the same thing.
Yeah, because there's inmates that's been in prison for years that's got cancer.
So
or other health related issues. So
right, you can't give just because he was a police officer that took a woman's life for no apparent reason.
Right. Well, they're saying that
special treatment.
Right. It says on here that it wasn't stated why he was moved to Macon County, but jail records show that he is in protective custody. That could be because he is a cop.
Yeah.
And so they have him in PC.
Probably put quite a few away.
Right. And it does say, where else did I just see this? All right, so body-worn camera footage was released from a 911 call that showed Grayson shooting Massey during an exchange over a pot of water in her home in July. After the shooting, he failed to give Massey medical help. And then he's next hearing his regarding pretrial release is set for early December. So that could be the reason why they moved him, is to put him in PC, have him away from people that he's put in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing that messed me up the most about that is he did deny her medical treatment, but the way he said it was about not wasting a kit of whatever that kit is called on
Yeah.
that bitch. On that, yeah, that's how he
Yeah,
said it.
It's right there on the video.
I
yeah.
was like, that really messed me up.
Yeah, that was. I remember seeing the video whenever it first came out.
I feel bad for her family having to see that.
Right, because there to begin with, it was like all over
Yeah.
YouTube and the news and Twitter and everything else. Let me get all this exit off my screen.
I still remember the day of the Idaho 4. So that, I guess, I don't know, I think it was like, I don't know what time it was, my time, but um I had seen, an article about four students found unconscious. It didn't really give more details. And I had went into, there was like a YouTube channel. It was like called Crime and Wine or something like that. I've never seen it since. And I went in there and I'm like, hey, did you guys hear about these four students in Idaho? And no, nobody knew, nobody cared, and I hopped like to 3, 4 more channels and I'm like, hey, have you guys heard about this? And everybody was like, no, and didn't care. And then I don't know, like 5, 6 hours later, boom, it was everywhere.
I didn't think it was going to take off like it did.
I seen it on the news. It come across the. I was watching something and it said breaking news,
Mm-hmm.
and it come on saying that 4 students in Idaho were found unconscious. Blah blah blah. And that's before they knew exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I just remember hopping from like channel to channel going, hey, have you guys heard about this? And everybody was like, no, and they didn't care to look or any, like, nobody cared,
Yeah.
And then
I honestly did not think it was going to take off like it did when it first came out. I didn't think it was.
yeah, I had no idea what was coming.
And then it just got very interesting, very quick.
Yeah.
All right, what time is it, y'all? It's almost 2:00 here. I guess I need to go ahead and end it for the night.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go down so you can say your goodbyes.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up.
Well, thank you for having me. Good night, Betty Joe.
Good night.
She's like, good night. She's so mean to me.
Baker.
So mean to me.
I'm not
Bye.
being. I'm not being me.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down too.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for coming up.
Thanks for having me,
Always.
and I'll see you on the next one.
All right. Well, you and Bubbles have a good night.
Okay. Good night.
Have a good night. All right, y'all. So I'm about to get out of here. Margaret, have a good night. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Like I said at the beginning, it was a very good day for guilty verdicts. At least now, baby Quentin and George both have gotten the justice that they deserved. Just can't wait for the sentencing to happen in both of these cases now. Avery, Betty Joe, Vapor, Meta Mom, Elsie, y'all all have good nights. Kelly P, have a good night. Yeah, not for the guilty. I mean, they got what they deserved, honestly. Both of them did. All right. Well, Gigi, it was good seeing you too. All right. I love you all, and I will talk to y'all the next time.